That's right.
We're
back. Live, Kdqn 92.1.
It's back.
It's back. We're back.
And
That's how I
our
feel.
viewership goes up.
Yeah, yes. Oh my gosh. I have
one?
It's up to 3.
Yeah, 3. I have to do
They
so
just wanna
much
see
hard
if you
work.
Showed up, they'll leave.
Yeah. I have to do so much hard work to gain our listenership back.
That's right.
I know.
Yes, I know.
We offended everybody.
Just yesterday, we only offended, according to people that were talking to me, we offended every restaurant in town. So
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you have to say about restaurants in town?
Ordering chicken fried steak from Mexican restaurants.
Oh.
That's what we were talking
we were
about.
just saying, stay in your wheelhouse.
I see.
It wasn't about the restaurants; it was about the people ordering.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, some dude they were eating with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Goes in and
yeah.
orders a chicken fried steak at a Mexican restaurant. So if it's not good, you get what you expect.
Yeah, exactly.
What you paid for.
You know what I don't like? I don't like, or you know what's going to be a good restaurant when you go in and it's got 100 things on the menu.
Oh, Gordon
What's-
Ramsay says that's a no-no.
Yeah, what's
right.
the chance they can do every one of those amazingly?
That's right.
Exactly.
Good morning, everybody on Facebook Live. I am back. I am alive.
Yes.
I'm ready to go, man. COVID
Yay.
can't stop me. COVID can't. It did. It did
It
stop
did
me
stop
from,
you a little
from
bit.
doing anything, pretty much. But
Trust me when I say we are happy to have you back.
why? You guys did fine.
Yeah, but we were missing a huge dynamic of our morning crew.
It's true.
Yeah, we didn't get a break every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, you sit there for 3 hours. We rotate all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
There's
true.
like, I don't even know. There's like no time for potty breaks.
Yeah.
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 That's the way it
I
goes.
have a very huge amount of respect for what you do.
Yeah, I have to sit here for 3 hours and not use the potty. It's not true.
That's the big-
I smoke instead.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could, but you just choose to smoke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can smoke a cigarette in 2 minutes.
One thing I did like is we didn't have to make coffee as much.
Oh, is
with
that
only
right?
2 people drinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't drink that much coffee.
You
though.
don't, but
really
I
don't.
do tend to fill you up, like, you know.
You know what I did over this whole time is when I went shopping. I went shopping early last week, and I got some coffee. We have one of those. It's like a knockoff Keurig, right? So I went and got some
They
of the
make
cups.
those?
Yeah,
They
they
do.
do.
Okay.
So I got some of the coffee cups, and then Allie wanted some of the hot chocolate cups, and I was like, a hot chocolate, you know, and I was like, for like dessert, little nighttime treat. She's like, no, I like it in the morning. I'm like, hot chocolate in the morning? I'm like, grow up, you know. So over the weekend, I
Got it for her, right?
I got it for
Yeah.
her. So over the weekend, I was getting up real early with the baby and stuff. I was just trying to keep that schedule, you know. So I get up and I open up the cabinet and I'm looking at the coffee and the hot chocolate. And I'm like, let's do a little hot chocolate. So I did hot chocolate. It was amazing in the morning.
Yeah.
I was like, and then she's like, she found my cup. And it had
Tried
like
to
the
hide it.
chocolate remnants in
did.
it.
Yeah.
She was like, "What is this? Grow up!" You know. I had hot chocolate in the morning.
You may tell you what's really good.
What?
You take that Keurig and make you a cup of coffee,
Uh-huh.
and then make a cup of hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Mix the
They're
two.
together.
It's
Brilliant.
so
You're a genius.
That's basically like a mocha,
good.
right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
There you go. Yeah, lots of. Well, I got too many stories to tell
Yeah.
over this whole
Well,
time.
how are you feeling? The public wants to know.
I'm like 60%. I
Okay.
would call myself 60%.
Yeah.
Greg said I look
Normal.
sick as never 100.
That's right.
Greg said I look sick as a dog this morning. So, but
Yeah,
I feel good
You
enough.
don't look. Your eyes look sick.
Yeah, it's just if I have to stay one more day at home, then I have to bring a doctor's note, and then I'm had.
Yeah,
it's all been a,
yeah,
it's all
right.
been a lie.
You do look like you lost a little bit of color.
Yeah, a
I
little
imagine
color.
that's, you're
Yeah.
probably just hiding the house all day.
I'm
But
surprised
you don't
I'm
want to go
even-
out.
Yeah, I don't want to go out. I'm surprised I'm even talking because taking care of a sick baby while you're sick is really hard. So we ended up utilizing the YouTube videos for kids
Right.
a lot over the weekend, which Patrick told this story probably right about the same age as Mariah, where he got COVID and they both got COVID. They had to, have, entertain Mariah. So they put you know, the YouTube Kids stuff on where it's
Right.
just counting and shapes and stuff. Like, you know, if you are going to make a kid watch a video on the
It's innocent.
screen, it's at least innocent. But like, that's been what I've been like all in my head
When-
right now. All I'm doing is counting to back from 7.
When you're when you're
7,
sick,
6,
that's
5.
a horrible thing to have to watch.
I know.
all the time.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like a fever dream,
I want to
right?
watch what
Yeah.
I want to watch.
Yeah, no. I was just watching that stuff. I'm like laying on the couch, like, ugh, like watching, you know, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they count back from 7 a bunch, and then they're like, let's count back from 20, and I'm like, I didn't learn those numbers yet. What in the world? And at one point, you know, Allie gets the baby to sleep and comes in and I'm watching this with no baby for like 30
my
minutes.
goodness.
I know at one point she turns it off because she's just annoyed by it, and I'm like, "What? That was learning my shapes, my shapes." Yeah, but definitely watching the dancing fruit and all that kind of stuff is a trip when you are sick, man. That stuff is weird. There's this one song. Do you remember Who Took the Cookie from the Cookie Jar?
Yeah.
Do you remember that one, Greg?
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah, that video is like whoever made that was on something. I don't
Yeah.
know what they were on.
Yes.
You know, but that was a weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
Do
took
you-
the cookie from the cookie jar? It's in my head. I can't get it out.
Do you remember that that one show? We were kids. I remember seeing it a lot when I had a fever. It was the Puff the Magic. No, not that one. The dragon
Yeah,
show.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
The you know what I mean? There was a
Yeah.
there was a dragon show.
Yeah, that's it. I thought that was it.
That was Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Well, that
And
doesn't
then-
sound right
yeah.
now.
Well, yeah. I mean,
There's also HR Puffin stuff.
oh yeah, yeah. I remember HR Puff and stuff.
Big comfy couch.
Oh yeah, Big Comfy Couch was.
That's a fever
weird.
dream.
Yeah, but Puff the Magic Dragon was a wholesome show.
It was wholesome. It was great.
Less than reputable characters hijacked the name.
yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So we don't need to succumb to them. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Caitlin Massey says Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
I do.
Yeah.
Bear in the Big Blue House. Bear in the Big Blue House. That was
Berenstein
another-
Bear.
Berenstein Bears. That was such a classic. Yeah.
That one's sad.
It is a little
that one
sad, yeah.
Depresses me. Where are
Our-
you seeing Caitlin Massey's comment?
For some reason, it's not popping up on yours over there, but
Huh. Well, yeah. Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Miles is doing fine. So it was Wednesday night. You know, he was.
Mm-hmm.
It was more like Wednesday afternoon. He started running a bit of a fever. So you know, all right, we'll deal with that. Then Wednesday night, take the temperature at around 9 o'clock, 104 point. You know, whatever. So at that point, it was. I think I will say it was one of my crowning achievements as a dad. You know, I was like, I just, you know, jumped into action, got the bag ready, got everything, you know, get in the car, let's go. Took off and got to the hospital. Thank goodness for that. They couldn't really do much, of course, but do some tests. But by the time he got to the hospital, his fever was down to like 102. So it reached 104 for, you know, who knows how long, but we got Tylenol in him right away, and that brought it down. And then we were at the hospital for a few hours, and finally the test came back with COVID, you know. And it's funny how everybody was interacting with us and, you know, the baby and whatnot. And then it was like when the test results came in, it's like the door just opened. And they were like, it was like we were going to be transported to a leper colony or something. They
Yeah.
they were very nice about it. I'm not saying they weren't nice, but they were like, you know, yeah, he has COVID. So
probably shouldn't have been fawning over that baby.
probably
right in its face.
Yeah. So, you know, distributed some masks to us and
Yeah.
like cleared the way as we left the hospital. Like we were greeted with open arms and then kicked out. You know,
Yeah.
no, they were very nice about it. But it was funny to see like that door open and they're standing like 6 feet back, like, hey, you got
COVID.
hey, what's that? Huh?
It comes over a loudspeaker.
Yeah, yeah.
You have COVID. Please
like-
leave the building.
Patient in room 202 has COVID.
Yeah.
All the HIPAA rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's COVID.
Yeah.
HIPAA doesn't apply.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to that.
Oh, goodness.
That was a rough one because, you know, it's been a bit of a fear of mine of like the baby getting COVID because now the baby has COVID. You're feeling fine, right? So it's going to be a delayed. So, you know, I mean, how are you supposed to watch a baby with COVID and not get COVID? It's impossible.
Yeah, and you can't really call your family because obviously your family doesn't want to get
Yeah.
COVID, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So end up like, one of the first day, like, or was that Thursday, I pick him up, he's sick. He's still got a fever. He's been sucking on his hand. Right. And I like pick him up and he just slaps me with his, with his dripping wet COVID hand, like across the face. And I was just like,
Instant COVID.
instant, just right into my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I know on Friday I stopped by and I brought you some goodies and I
Jen texts me. She's like, "Do you need anything from I'm going to Pruitt's. Do you need anything?" And I was like, I was just spent, tired, ate nothing but just like a sandwich over the sink, like at that point. And it was in the morning, and I texted Jen just because I was laying in bed, just like, I want ribs, and I want, I was just joking. Like, I was like, I want a chocolate cake and a glass of milk and
Coleslaw.
ribs, coleslaw,
Rolls.
I want the whole nine. And then Jen, like 10 minutes later, she's like, I'm outside. I go out there.
It's all there.
It's all there. I was like, what the world? Dude, I've never eaten a rack of ribs at 9:30 in the morning. I'm doing that every day now.
It's so good. Man, shout out to Pruitt's because I got there and I was like, oh, is it too early for ribs? She's like, oh, we just pulled one out.
Oh.
And man, it smelled so good. They were so nice. It was my first time ordering from the deli, by the way.
Did you get you some?
No.
Didn't even
I'm
offer
going
or
to
anything.
this week, though.
Yeah.
Those ribs are amazing.
They look so good.
They just pulled apart, dude.
Yeah. I was just so
clean.
impressed. They were so friendly.
Yeah.
Like really friendly.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
Well,
was
thank you for that.
You're welcome. I was going to say that Friday when I stopped by, I borrowed a lighter from you. You handed
Yeah.
me a lighter.
Yeah.
And then as the day progressed, I was like, oh, I didn't do hand sanitizer. What if
Oh,
I get
we reminded
COVID? You did. And then, like I was telling you earlier, the next day, I thought that I was getting sick, like with COVID or like a stomach bug.
Yeah.
That evening, and it turns out it was just because I drank 3 pots of coffee.
That'll do it, man.
That
will
did
do
it. Yeah.
It'll run right through you.
I had to
I bet.
leave Patrick's party.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, here's the thing about when you're staying home you had to leave his party straight
Well,
up.
I was there for about 2.5 hours, which wasn't long enough.
Right.
Really, but yeah, I had to. And the thing
Clenched,
is,
running
I
home.
was sitting talking to somebody who is just hilarious and a great person, but they do tend to talk a lot.
Yeah.
And I felt a little trapped, and I started sweating.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, am I getting COVID? Is
Yeah.
this what's going to happen?
Yeah.
No.
He's a close talker, too. It's like,
Yes.
if you try and shift a little bit away to give yourself some room, he pursues you.
Yes. And it's great, though. My husband found that very endearing.
Yeah.
He really liked that.
The
The eye contact and
It's
close
incredible.
talking.
It's
He
really
says he
incredible.
doesn't see that in a lot of people.
He is one of the best people you'll ever meet in your life.
Absolutely.
It just certain times you will, if you got a wall behind you, then there's no escape.
Yeah.
And if you're clenched, that's
It sounds so bad and gross.
that's a bad way.
No, just an upset stomach.
Yeah. It is. Here's the thing about staying home with COVID, though, with your baby is like if you feel fine, which I did for the first couple days. So I'm taking off work.
Yeah.
I'm not working. I'm supposed to be home, like sick or whatever, but I'm outside grilling steaks because I
Yeah.
got steaks early last week, and they had to get cooked. So that was I was just like, I don't know. Hopefully nobody sees me. I don't know what I was afraid of.
I can imagine you probably felt a little guilty, like,
Yeah, I
but,
hate missing
Yeah.
this job.
but nobody wanted you here.
Nobody wanted me.
Nobody.
I texted Greg. I was like, either you guys are going to do the show without me, or I'm doing the show alone. Like those are our two options, and I do not mind doing the show alone.
And that was
Yeah.
like midnight.
Yes.
Oh, I would have felt so bad making you do that, though. You're up all night with a sick baby. You're in the emergency room. There's no way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I told. I told him. I said, "Don't worry about it. Just
Yeah.
take care of Miles.
No, I'm lucky
Exactly.
to have.
We'll just sit up here and have dead air for 3
Yeah,
months.
there you go.
Oh,
Off and on. It wasn't totally
man.
dead air.
No.
all
Yeah,
dead air.
no,
No.
Patrick was here.
Yeah. You did the weathers.
Yeah, we did the weather, but we
Okay.
never did it on time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know who was sponsoring it.
Yeah, I think we
Hey, we
did.
did the weather. I think it's sponsored by
Yeah,
Horatio State
And
Bank.
for some reason,
Yeah.
I couldn't get Genuine RV and Power Sports correct, and we're doing weathers at 8:40.
Oh,
you know,
man.
Yeah, look,
Oh,
he's,
man.
he's going to get sick again.
Yeah. Oh, my stars.
Well, I know you're a stickler for everything being right on time. So that.
Oh
that
yeah,
bothers you.
totally. I'm never tardy with anything.
yeah.
Speaking of which, let's go ahead and do some weather. It's brought to you by Horatio State Bank.
Good service and a good attitude have a lot to do with each other. You can't have one if you don't have the other. Service is about one person helping another because they want to, not because they're supposed to. A strong bank is built on strong relationships. Strong relationships are built on good service. Horatio State Bank, member FDIC, rated one of the nation's strongest banks.
Number one country
All right. Taking a look at the weather for this week. Looking at some weird weather this week, that's for sure. Today we're looking at a high of 79 and sunny skies. All right, some calm winds through the morning and afternoon. Tonight we're going to see those clouds increasing with a low of 55. Now tomorrow has a 70% chance of showers and possible thunderstorms. Looking at pretty strong and high rainfall amounts possible. Wednesday night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms as well. 90% on Thursday. 90% Thursday night. Now, it clears out by Friday, partly sunny with a high near 57 and the low of 36 Friday night. Then Saturday and Sunday both looking like they got sunny skies with highs in the mid-60s. So, just drunk Arkansas weather. That's like kind of a little bit back and forth, but, should be a clear weekend.
It'll be that way till one day it just turns 85
Yeah.
degrees, and then it's 85 every day.
Yeah,
And then it goes up to 95.
that's right.
I
I think it has to snow today, or else I owe you $20. I'm pretty sure. I said it would
that's
snow
not all
by the-
you owe me, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, is it not?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you remember, there was another little bucket of stuff that
Oh, what happened to it? Where'd it go?
I took care of it.
You took that?
Yeah.
Why didn't you talk to me about it? Oh, okay. Didn't want to confront me.
No, I just wasn't worried.
All
about
right,
it.
then I owe you $100, and so does Patrick.
Yeah.
Or did Patrick cough his up?
No.
No.
Was that for
Nobody
your
donated.
for your beard fund?
Yeah, it was for
Yeah,
the
there
beard
was some
fund.
money.
Was there money
Yeah,
in
we
there?
totaled up $500.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's including.
Including mine.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Why?
I didn't know that till this
tells me
weekend.
nothing. Nobody tells me nothing.
Nobody told
Yeah,
us.
you got money coming your way tomorrow, Greg. All right.
I'm not worried about it.
Well, like I was saying yesterday, woke up feeling like I could have easily come to work, but shouldn't. You know. So it ended up being a really relaxing day. Miles was really good yesterday. Fever at 99 all day, so pretty
Touch
normal.
high.
Yeah, and then of course it was like pretty sunny yesterday. I just remember being outside at like 10 a.m. and I was like, "There's the sun," and I went and like stood like on my car, and just like let the sun just bake the COVID
Yes.
quarantine off me. You know?
Did you take Miles out in the sun?
No.
should have.
I know.
Perfect
I know.
day. It was
Perfect
a little
day.
windy.
It was a little windy yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just standing in that sun. I was like, "Oh, this is rejuvenating."
He would have felt the same way.
Yeah, I know. Instead, we've got him locked inside.
Yeah.
This will be a good week before it starts raining.
Yeah.
Get him out for a
Another
little
day. You
sun.
got a day today.
And- yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, fine. I'll bring him
I
out.
did miss the weather.
I'll sun bleach him today.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't think you're going to get your snow today, though.
I don't think so.
Boo.
Unfortunately, not.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay. There's another month.
But did you guys talk about your weekends and evenings and stuff? How was all that? I
Yeah,
didn't catch any
it
of
was
that.
good. We obviously had the Mariah's first birthday party on Saturday. Friday night, Patrick was still putting together some stuff at the house. He did a really amazing job on his flooring.
And
By the
Saturday
way.
morning and Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Up until 5 minutes before the party.
Yes.
That's right. The last nail was
Yeah.
hammered in.
And then we went for a family dinner on Sunday.
Oh,
What wasn't really? Well, yeah, it was a family dinner. It was Patrick, Caitlin, me, and Dad, and
Yeah.
Mariah, of course, and
What did Dad say about me? What did he say about me?
nothing bad, nothing bad at all.
Okay.
He was
I'm not gonna
definitely.
tell you what he told me.
I didn't realize, like, it was Sunday night before I remembered. I was like, oh, yeah, my dad's in town.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And he's hyper, doesn't want COVID.
He does
so,
not.
I'm
He's
sure he understood. I hope he
absolutely,
understood. I'm gonna
definitely
call him.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was pretty low key.
Good. Greg,
Yes,
good
indeed.
weekend for you, right? Yeah.
Just normal weekend,
Just normal.
man.
Yeah.
Just party all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy. Nice.
Yeah, I sing it about like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
sang
yeah,
it
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
My,
Ooh.
my partying's just about like the way he sings it.
Yeah. Cold glass of water and a 8 p.m. bedtime.
Yeah, that's
a nice
right.
party.
And work until then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go to bed until about 12:15 last night.
Wow.
I know that was
Why?
really late. I was reading, and I was also up helping somebody online, talking to somebody, and I don't know. I just couldn't quite settle down.
Gotcha.
It's that exciting ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just got you wired.
got me
It
wired.
was exciting, wasn't it?
Very much so.
Watched the last episode of The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That you did too?
Yep.
Yeah. It was like, I'm not going to say it was a bad episode by any means, but just utter filler, you know? And it's like, okay, I'm interested to see what happened, but not an hour of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The mall, though, that they did make, I did watch a little snippet on the creation of that. That mall was pretty cool. But apart from that, like, I'm just excited to get to the next episode.
I
Get
am
some one of
too.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, the next one looks so good.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like like that to me, as I watched it, I was thinking they're building something. So for later on, you're going to see this is why she's the way she is.
Right,
Because of this stuff.
Right.
And I don't know if that's going to be true or not.
Yeah.
You got to wait
Well-
and see.
The whole time I was waiting, like, so what is this going to be leading up to? I think it all leads up to
Yeah.
just the bite.
Exactly.
Right?
If you notice the clothes that she's wearing, I'm pretty sure that's what she's wearing when she's captured by the fireflies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So-
So it's leading up somewhere. And I, like I told you earlier, I did like seeing the range of emotions from
Yeah.
Bella Ramsey. I thought that was really great. But honestly, the whole time it was like, when is this going to happen? Because we did see that infected guy in the back.
Yeah.
And it still took a long time for that thing to show itself.
Yeah.
So it was I don't know.
It's kind of like 2 episodes of a lack of action,
Yeah.
except for the very end of the episode before it and then this episode. So still on
also-
board, still a fantastic
Yeah.
show, but I'm excited for the next episode.
Me too.
you know.
It's about Pedro Pascal's my favorite part, obviously.
Yeah,
I think he's
yeah.
phenomenal.
It's kind of like not worth watching without
I
Joel.
know. Is that bad?
Yeah,
oh,
no,
man.
no, not at all.
He's just so great, and he's just lying in a house somewhere, almost dying.
Yeah. It's kind of like Breaking Bad had a lot of filler episodes,
Mm-hmm.
Same with some older shows like Sopranos and
Yes.
The Wire and stuff. A lot of those had like those episodes where it's almost like when it starts, you're like, okay, I know I can skip this one. This is
Yeah.
just straight filler.
Yeah. It's definitely a good story, though.
Yeah,
Very
it was
interesting.
fine.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a bad episode by any means.
Just the way that they were sitting there at the end, knowing in a way that they were going to die was really, that got me in the heart.
Yeah,
you know?
that is a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing this game. I've been playing a zombie game that you get bit once and but you turn in a couple days. It's like one of those open world style games.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a couple days to basically accept the reality. So
Interesting.
usually you just go on like a suicide mission of some kind. Just hop into a horde and see how many you can kill or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
What game is that?
It's cool. It's called Project Zomboid.
Hmm.
It's very weird. It's not interesting enough to talk about it on the show, but it is. But the one interesting thing is like you can get bit in the game.
Yeah.
So it's not like you immediately turn. You have a couple days.
Right.
So it's almost like, what's the point? But I found a couple fun things to do when you're bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would take 1 second to talk about the upcoming UFC too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I know not everybody's interested in it, but we do have the greatest of all time returning to the octagon this weekend. John Jones is back, and he's back at heavyweight, and he's going to be fighting for the vacant heavyweight title. So I'm probably going to do a massive party at my house. I'm for real this time. It's
Okay.
like if there was one fight card to buy and build a party around, it is this one.
Mm-hmm.
So any fight fans out there who are friends of mine, if you're listening, hit me up on Facebook or something. We might do a fight
John
night.
Jones.
John Jones, the greatest, never lost, widely considered the best fighter on the planet,
Yeah.
and almost fighter ever, as much
Okay.
as I love those older boxers and stuff, there's, he's incredible. So now his personal life, I don't even want to speak on that. It's been horrible. It's
Okay.
been absolutely degenerate and terrible, and I wish it wasn't that way, but what can I say? He's coming back. I'm going to be watching every second of it. Never been beaten.
That's
Not
pretty
ever.
cool.
So that's pretty cool. I think he has the most title defense. Go ahead.
Did you see anything with the Jake Paul match this
I did.
weekend?
Yeah, I did. It was a
I
good
had no
fight.
idea that was a thing until yesterday.
Yeah. I watched the clips after. I didn't want to pay for the pay-per-view, and I wasn't
Yeah.
feeling 100% really, but I did watch some of the highlights from the fight. Definitely impressive.
He did better than I thought he would.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did good, and Tommy was pretty good. Now I don't think he keeps talking about championships and whatnot. That'd be a tough one for him to become like a cruiserweight champion, I think. But he did all right, like maybe in 5 years or something like that. But he's talking about the road to the, I just don't know about it. I don't think he's technical enough. I don't think he has the power.
Right.
But that's just me. I'm not even really a boxing fan, but I will say that was a good fight, and Jake Paul definitely impressed me. And
Did he win or no?
no, Tommy Fury won.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so Jake Paul is now unbeaten, but his unbeaten streak has been put short,
Right.
basically. But he could be in a contendership, of one of the titles. Jake Paul. I mean, he could probably win against some pretty professional but novice boxers. I don't think he
Right.
can make it up to the top or anything. But as far as celebrity boxing goes, I'm not sure anybody wants to get in front of Jake Paul now. He could fight the MMA guys. They'll want to do it for the payday. But as far as like fighting other YouTubers and stuff, I don't know, man. He seems pretty good. I'm sure he'll knock out most people
Yeah.
that get in front of him, I believe, unless you're an elite athlete. So there you go. That's my
All right.
thoughts on it. I thought it was a pretty cool fight. But as far as this weekend, this is massive for any fight fans out there, especially older ones who have been off. If you've been a fight fan any time in the past 15 years, you know who John Jones is. So that's the cool part there. That it's a callback for some fighters, and it's not just a random one. He's fighting for the title. So
Yeah.
just
Okay.
back after 3 years too. By the way, 3 years gone. But he's proved that ring rust is not a thing for him. He'll come back and just lay it down. So excited. We got to get into it. It's time for your 6:30 block Ag Vantage report, Hope Livestock Sale report, and all the rest until we get up to the Jen's Pro Tips brought to you by Harris Drug and Gifts.
Yeah, Scotty's just waiting to go.
Yeah, I know it. Scotty?
Yeah, Scotty McPherson.
Oh, Scotty McPherson, of course. Yeah. And then Gustavo Venegas on Facebook says Johnny Bones Jones
Yeah.
with 3 exclamation points. I'm with you, my friend. Let's take a break. We'll be back with the Brew Crew.
Good morning. I'm Scotty Woodson from the EAB Ag Network with your EAB Early Morning Market Update. Let's recap the markets and how they closed yesterday. March corn at 6.70 3/4, down 7 3/4, with May corn at 6.69, down 7 1/4. March soybeans at 15.19 1/4, down 1/2, with May soybeans at 15.11 3/4, down 2. March wheat at 7.57 1/4, down 7 1/2. May wheat at 7.68, down 7. March cotton at 85.50, up 13, with May cotton at 85.94, down 6. March rice at 18.11 1/2, up 21 1/2. May rice at 18.40, up 21. Moving on to livestock now. February live cattle at 160.82 1/2, up 2 1/2. April live cattle at 163.62 1/2, down 7 1/2. March feeder cattle at 186.82 1/2, up 37 1/2. April feeder cattle at 190.72 1/2, unchanged. February lean hogs at 75.82 1/2, down 10, with April hogs at 83.32 1/2, down 75. That's your EAB Early Morning Market Update, and I'm Scotty Woodson. Have a great day.
You're thinking about selling your land, testing the water. You want to dip your toes in, not plunge into the deep end. If you make a big splash, everybody knows your business. Good news, no one needs to know your business. You can dip your toes and keep your pants dry. Talk to Tiller. They'll put your land in the land vault. When buyers call, Tiller will give them a description only, no maps, no location, no owner info. When the same interested buyer calls again, Tiller calls you. With your say-so, the prospective buyer signs a confidentiality agreement. That's a way they protect your privacy. Tiller doesn't ask you to sign a thing, not even an exclusive listing agreement. They trust you. Selling your land is a big decision. It's your business. When you put your land in the land vault, you keep your business to yourself. They started Tiller Land to help you sell your land, farm or recreational. The Land Vault is one way they commit to you, the seller. To find out how the Land Vault works, talk to Tiller, tillerland.com.
At the sale on Thursday, February 23rd at Hope Livestock Auction in Hope, there were 818 head of cattle on offer. Number one steers, 3 to 400 pounds, sold from 210 to a high of 262 and a half. 4 to 5 weight steers range from 210 to a high of 260. 5 to 6 weight steers sold from 185 to a high of 232 and a half. 6 to 7 weight steers brought 180 to a high of 209. 7 to 8 weight steers sold from 170 to 196, and over 800 pound steers ranged from 166 to 170. Number one heifers, 3 to 400 pounds, sold from 193 to a high of 215. 4 to 5 weight heifers ranged from 180 to a high of 210. 5 to 6 weight heifers brought 165 to 187. 6 to 7 weight heifers sold from 165 to 175, and over 700 pound heifers brought 146 to 158. And that's the report from the sale Thursday, February 23rd at Hope Livestock Auction in Hope. Cattlemen, don't miss the next sale Thursday, 12 noon at Hope Livestock Auction. For Ag Vantage, I'm Jay Bunyard reporting.
Here at First State Bank, we've been serving the area since 1973. We're local, just like you, and being local means we make local decisions too. We're here to serve you quickly so you can spend your time wisely and not in line. Now, that's just one of the many benefits you get when you bank with a local community bank. Bank at home with us at First State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All we're here to do. We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. Bill out $1 million bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
Howard Memorial Hospital is proud to bring you the latest in robotic surgery technology, meaning faster recovery times and better outcomes than conventional surgery. We're excited to offer the same level of care, expertise, and systems found at larger healthcare centers around the country. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, visit our website, howardmemorial.com, or call 845-3757. Howard Memorial Hospital, providing the best care for you and your loved ones.
When you're looking to buy a new car, truck, or SUV, or just need a quality repair shop for your existing one, James Hodge Dodge will definitely fulfill your needs. They pride themselves on being one of the outstanding dealerships in McCurtain County and for the surrounding area. Their entire team is fully committed to delivering on the Hodge promise. Great deals for both new and pre-owned vehicles and top customer satisfaction. And remember, free oil changes for life with the Hodge Auto Group. James Hodge Dodge, South Park Drive in Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
Simply by adding some of the most essential oils to your medicine cabinet, you can help alleviate a variety of ailments. Harris Drug in Kdqn carries a large variety of 100% essential oils, over 30 oils to choose from, along with essential oil necklaces, bracelets, and car vent clips. Discover the natural benefits of essential oils at Harris Drug in downtown Kdqn.
All right. We are back live, Kdqn 92.1 with the Morning Brew.
The Morning Brew.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're
Assist. You just heard that Harris Drug and Gifts ad. Harris Drug and Gifts, your family hometown run pharmacy for over 50 years back at their original location. I'm sure you know that. Business is normal, so shout out to them. Renee Logan and Harris Drug and Gifts brings you the daily pro tips by Jennifer.
Yes.
She's not a professional,
Nope.
but she will tell you how to live your life.
I will.
What's that?
Like a professional.
Like a professional.
Yes.
Which, who's a professional anyway? Nobody's a professional.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
like
wait a
a.
minute.
What are you?
Well, you a CPA or something?
Yeah, I am. Although I was one.
Yeah.
I still am one.
Now you're just.
You're
I'm
You
just,
just-
I'm just a
Yeah.
No.
big
Bumbling.
lump.
Yeah.
No.
lump.
Yeah. That's what I kept calling Miles.
A big lump.
I kept calling him a sack of infected meat.
Oh, poor baby. Man, I missed you guys so much.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We
Makes
didn't
me
miss
sad. I know you did.
Yeah, no. I was like holding him like, this is the bad news. This is bad news right
Yeah.
here. This is just infection. Yeah.
Poor thing.
Yeah. We had
too
cordyceps.
the infected.
The
Cordyceps.
infected. Yeah, he's patient 0.
Yeah.
All right. So what's going on with your pro tips today? What do you got?
I've got a really important one.
Yeah.
So when I moved here, I came from a place that did not have ticks, did not have fleas, stuff like that. So I was paranoid right off the bat with my dogs.
Yeah, I
was
hate ticks.
I'm absolutely terrified of them. I'll let tarantulas crawl all over me. Don't mind them.
Yeah.
I've owned the world's deadliest spider.
You have
I don't mind them, but ticks, don't like them. They just creep me out.
owned it. I've owned the world's deadliest spider.
I have. Her name was Pecan Sandy,
And
and
she
she was
stayed in my bathtub.
yeah. No. She was in a very tight container
Until she wasn't.
until she wasn't. I actually held her when she was alive, and I didn't know she was alive. That was terrible. That's a story for another time.
Yeah.
But so I did a little research.
That's an interesting story.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
one.
I'll have to tell you.
Yeah.
Did a little research, and I found this product at Tractor Supply, and now I absolutely swear by it. If they want me to sponsor it, I'm open to it.
Oh.
It's called Flea Halt.
Flea halt.
And it's a water-based citronella spray. And if you guys remember, maybe last week or the week before, I was telling you insects don't like citrus smell.
Right.
And so now that we're getting into warmer weather, if you
They're like, no, I don't like that.
they don't
And
like
they walk
it.
away.
Yeah,
They say, no, thank you.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that we're getting into warmer weather, we're going to see a lot more bugs. If you're like me and you don't like the creepy crawlies coming in, not only is this spray good for going around your doors, your windows, cracks, stuff like that, it does last a while. You can also spray it on your animals. It is pet safe. It is safe on their skin as well. It does have that citronella smell, which isn't terrible, but it can be kind of strong.
Yeah.
But it repels. It
Ticks,
repels
too?
ticks, fleas. It repels spiders. Probably, what are those little things called?
Mites and
Earwigs.
Yeah.
You know, it's good for spraying on your furniture. If you currently,
I have a pet earwig. He's in
that's
my right
disturbing.
ear. And I call him George. And he
Okay,
talks to
so
me.
take the spray.
Okay. No,
right in the
I don't
ear.
want to kill him. He's my friend.
But you won't kill him. He'll just leave because he doesn't like the smell.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
doesn't kill him.
So this house sucks now.
That's right. Yeah, this house is no good. It smells like oranges.
Yeah. No, he's my friend. He talks to me. He actually
Yeah.
controls my brain.
I don't think that's right.
No? Okay. Is that not what earwigs do?
No, no. That's something else.
All right.
But yeah, if you're currently dealing with a flea infestation, it's good for that. It kills them almost on contact. You really should be getting the medication though that gets into their bloodstream.
Yeah.
So when a flea bites, or
Well,
a
you
tick,
can spray it on you and your pants.
you can
and your
spray it
boots
on your
and-
person
Yeah.
if you're going out into the woods.
Yeah.
Again, I like to spray it around all my doors, all my windows. And like I said, it's
Nice.
water based. It's not going to harm you. Again, there might be some people out there who have allergies to it, so do a little test first.
Yeah.
Don't spray,
Spray
it
in
all
your
over
mouth.
your house. Don't spray it
Yeah.
in your mouth
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. Gets a little top up on the old, fresh breath there.
Every time
Yeah.
I think about that, I think about that Steven Seagal movie on that train, where that guy does it.
Oh, yeah.
That's just, this isn't pepper spray. This is just
Yeah.
mouthwash.
Yeah.
Do you remember
that one.
those?
Under Siege 2, by the way.
Our
Yes.
stepdad used to have those.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Do you remember those air fresheners?
Yeah.
Those mouth fresheners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still around.
Yeah, I guess I just haven't seen them.
I see them on The Bachelor all the time. It's always
Yeah.
That last girl had cigarette breath. Yeah.
And that was a dude doing it.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
How good is Under Siege 2, by the way? Oh, come on. Casey Ryback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I be putting this on my list? I've started
Oh,
a list
yeah,
of
you haven't
movies
seen
to
those?
watch.
You haven't seen those?
You gotta
No.
see, first you got to see
Under Siege 1.
Yeah, the first one.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
that
watch
one's
that
better.
today.
It's got the Baywatch girl in it.
Yeah.
Pamela Anderson?
No.
No, the other
Another
one.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know then.
Elena Miriak or something like that.
Something, yeah.
Sounds made up.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, Under Siege is 100% worth. You know the best part about Steven Seagal movies? He never gets hit, not once. He destroys everybody up to the point where now he's facing Tommy Lee Jones, who's supposed to be the best, right? He throws him into an electrical panel and then breaks a knife off in his skull with no problems. He even reaches the end boss. Is supposed to be a little competition. No, he just destroys them quickly. Remember, he hits him disarms him, hits him 10 times in the chest and neck area, and then snaps a knife. It's no
Jeez.
problem. I think it was Hard Target.
All the
not
while
Hard
wearing
Target.
a black suit.
Yeah.
And
Right.
getting dust on it.
Yeah.
It's Out for Death or something. It's always marked for.
It was marked
for
for
death. Out to kill.
Yeah.
Something for something.
Yeah.
That's how all of his movies.
So I should be starting with Under Siege.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Those are the best too, I think.
But Marked for Death is pretty good because he finally does get hit once.
Is that the one with Kelly LeBrock in it?
Who's that? I don't know who Kelly LeBrock is.
Well, it was his wife.
Oh, okay.
But she was also in Science, Weird Science. She was the woman in Weird Science.
I can't remember if that's
It-
that one. That one has it's the
That's
end.
where he gets put in a coma.
Yes.
But he comes out of it.
Yes.
And she's taking care of it.
Right, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's one.
And then he's got the Jamaican guy, right? That's that one.
Yeah.
It's at the very end. The Jamaican guy is the boss, and the Jamaican guy finally gets a hit on him. He pushes him up against the wall, and he kind of bashes his head on the wall once. So you're like, oh, Steven Seagal's getting hit.
Ponytail
wow.
got messed up.
Yeah, his ponytail got messed up. But then that was it. He broke him in half and threw him down an elevator shaft. That's what happened.
Maybe it's
right
in his
after.
contract that he just never. He's not
Yeah,
allowed to ever
I'm
get
not
hurt.
getting hit.
Yeah. Sponsored by Harris Drug and Gifts.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Watch Under Siege and bug-proof your home with some citronella spray.
Yes. And remember, it's called Flea Halt. You can get it at Tractor Supply. I swear by it. You can also look at reviews online, see what other people think about it. But
Very nice.
It's very handy.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people listening right now have just grown up around it. But
Yeah.
you never know, right?
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, there you go. Jen's pro tips and all that. We got to get into your Genuine RV Power Trivia now. Brought to you by Genuine RV and Power Sports. We'll be right back.
That's
Do you
amazing.
feel run down and tired? Tried losing weight, but nothing seems to work? Do you have difficulty sleeping, moodiness, or decreased sex drive? If you answered yes to any of these, BioT may be right for you. BioT is a hormone replacement therapy used by men and women that targets the source of the problem, not just the symptoms. Healthcare Express at 1021 West Colin Ray Drive in DeQueen is the leader in BioT therapy. For more information, go by Healthcare Express or check out the Healthcare Express DeQueen Facebook page for a happier, healthier you.
Simply by adding some of the most essential oils to your medicine cabinet, you can help alleviate a variety of ailments. Harris Drug in DeQueen carries a large variety of 100% essential oils, over 30 oils to choose from, along with essential oil necklaces, bracelets, and car vent clips. Discover the natural benefits of essential oils at Harris Drug in downtown DeQueen.
February is Heart Health Month. Many of us sit at a desk all day, and when we get home, we like to relax with our TV, phone, or tablet. But a sedentary lifestyle puts you and your heart health at risk. So get up and move periodically. Do some stretches on your breaks. Go for short walks. Your heart will thank you.
This Heart Health Month reminder presented by Air-Evac Life Team, Harris Drug, Mitchell Medical Clinic, Pruitt's Food and Pharmacy, Fun and Learnland Preschool, and Windsor Radiology. J&J Livestock Auction Company in Texarkana is the Arklatex leader in livestock marketing. Buyers and sellers meet Saturday mornings at 10:30 at J&J Livestock Auction Company. Call Blake or Shelby at the sale barn at 903-832-6401 or call Mike Daniel at 903-748-9022. J&J also sells goats and horses and offers livestock hauling and pinning. J&J Livestock Auction Company in Texarkana, Saturday mornings, 10:30.
Good news, lottery players. The Lotto jackpot is over $1.5 million. And it gets better. This jackpot can only be won in Arkansas. Match 6 on Wednesdays or Saturdays, and you could be the next Arkansas millionaire. Get your Lotto ticket at any Arkansas Scholarship Lottery retailer or on the Jackpocket app. Good luck, Lotto players. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Now's the time to get a great deal on Kubota construction equipment featuring durable Kubota engines, more comfort, more productivity, more get it done right. The Kubota construction lineup shows up ready to work every day. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 36 months. Now through March 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Visit Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Idabel, Oklahoma or Kdqn, Arkansas today.
First blood. Jennifer has watched Rambo finally, so we got to get her Rambo movie critic analysis.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to like it, though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, fine. We'll do that in the 7 o'clock hour. Yeah. It's time now for Genuine RV Power Trivia. Genuine RV and Power Sports in Idabel, Oklahoma. Go to their website, genuinerv.com, today for all your RV and power sports needs. Jennifer has a question. She's going to ask it. You're going to call 642-2190, 642-3637. In Little River County, call 898-3624. If you get it correct, you get yourself breakfast from Mickey D's and a trip to the ultrasonic car wash at Mr. Clean in Kdqn.
Did you hear I renamed them to Speedy McLean?
Speedy McLean?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
I like
That's pretty good. Yeah. Speedy McLean.
Yeah. That's what I always think it is, but it's not.
It's not.
No.
It's Mr. Clean.
In Kdqn.
There you go. Jennifer, what's our question for today?
All right. Over 90% of American kitchens have at least one of these on hand. What is it?
I got it.
Over 90% of American kitchens have at least one of these on hand. What is it?
Is it 642-2190? Or if you're watching on Facebook Live, you can feel free to save a life. Straight to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Potato mashers.
Oh, good one. Not what I'm looking for.
I'm going to go with a cup of sugar.
Not a cup of sugar.
What'd she
It's
say?
a potato masher?
Potato masher.
Potato masher,
I
okay.
think.
I'm going to say fire extinguisher.
Not a fire. Oh, these are really good answers.
Microwave?
Not a microwave.
Not a microwave. Okay. 642-2190. To the phone lines again. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia. Hello, you are live. What's your answer?
Quit talking
My gosh,
over him.
I'm trying. All right, let me get it again. I'll shut up.
Hand mixer.
A hand mixer. Not what I'm looking for.
Not what she's looking for. I'm going to go with a singular potato.
Not a singular potato.
Okay.
I'm going to say a pair of tongs.
Not a pair of tongs either.
Pair of thongs or tongs. Air fryer?
Not an air fryer.
Not an air fryer.
These are great answers.
642-2190.
Over 90%.
Over
In
90.
America.
In America.
What do I have?
Have at
So-
least one, but they could have more than one.
I'll read the question. Over 90% of American kitchens have at least one of these on hand. At least.
At least.
What is it?
To the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Electric coffee pot.
Ooh, good one. Not what I'm looking for.
I'm going to go with a skewer.
Not a skewer.
Oven mitt.
Not an oven mitt.
Oh,
I
no.
thought the on hand
That was good. That was good.
To the phone lines. You're live on Genuine RV at Power Trivia.
Tea strainer.
strainer.
A strainer.
Oh, not a strainer.
I'm going to go with a meal subscription.
Not a meal subscription.
Bacon grease holder.
Not that either.
Aw.
Sorry, guys. Now, when I say the American kitchens have at least one of these, usually you're only going to have one until you run out.
So it is something that we've run out of.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of consumable. To the
Yes.
phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia. No, it's not weird alien noises. Wait, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, what's your answer?
Hello.
Hello, you are live.
Hello?
What's your answer, sir? All right, I don't know. You're trying to, like, I don't know, abduct me or something. I don't know what's going on there. 642-2190 to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Microwave.
Microwave.
Not a microwave.
I'm going to go with a coffee beans.
Not coffee beans. We're getting closer because that is a consumable.
Yep. Greg?
I have no clue.
Oh, that is not correct.
Can of chicken noodle soup.
Not a can of chicken noodle soup.
Oh, man. All right. 642-2190. It seems to be some sort of consumable.
It is a consumable.
Yeah.
And some people put it in their fridge. Some people don't.
Oh, to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
A jug of tea.
Excuse me?
A jug of tea.
A jug of tea.
Not a jug of tea.
Okay. Glad you said that.
Yeah.
Jug of tea. It's got to be, it's powdered sugar.
No, it's not sugar.
It's a can of soda.
It's not a can of soda
Not a can of
either.
Soda. To the phone lines. Good morning. You're live. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Not lemon.
I'm going to go with peanut butter.
Not peanut butter.
Greg?
Candy bar.
Not a candy
Not
bar.
a candy bar.
Now, I
My
think
gosh.
peanut butter is a little closer. Is peanut butter considered a condiment?
Yeah, I would suppose so.
There you go. There's a
Okay.
hint for you.
Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Potatoes.
Not
Potatoes.
potatoes.
I'm going to go with ketchup.
That's correct. It's
Ketchup is
ketchup.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Patricia Baldwin. Patricia
How
Baldwin.
dare
hung
you.
up.
She's calling back.
Oh, man. Let's just see. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Is a can of Rotel.
It's not a can of Rotel. Somebody got it right before you called, but then they hung up.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
That means he'd be the winner.
Is he the winner? Do we just... I don't know. I don't know if we can do that. All right. We're going to do it. Who do we have on the phone right now? Nobody wins today. Nobody's
Darn
calling back.
it.
Nobody wins today. That's it.
Well, I guess.
So I get the free car wash?
You get the free car wash.
How about the biscuit?
No, that's mine.
No, that's...
Oh, then I'm going to run through the store.
Yeah. Nobody wins.
I'm going to Popeyes and drive through
Don't
the store
do
till I
that.
get a biscuit.
Oh, man. This is
Well-
probably them calling back, too. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
fine. No, this isn't them. Good morning. You're live on the Morning Brew. What you got?
Did you give the prize away yet?
No, we
A bottle
haven't.
of ketchup.
I think we're no prize today. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Everybody's hanging up.
Okay.
Well, what's your
Aw.
answer?
She said a bottle of ketchup.
I just didn't get in.
Oh, okay. Well, you said did you say a bottle of ketchup? Is that what I heard?
Yes, that is.
Yes.
Oh, well then you won. That is the correct answer.
Okay.
Who do we have on the
Okay.
phone?
Atlanta Day.
Hey,
All
Atlanta Day.
right.
Oh, we got to give it to you.
Yes, we
We
do.
have to. All right, sweet. You know what to do. Pick it up anytime after 7:10. Your prize winnings. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye. All right, I'm sorry. It's just it's the way it went today.
Yeah.
2 people get their lives saved. 2 people hang up.
Yes.
It's hey, no worries.
It
All right.
happens.
Oh, no worries. I'm not mad about it.
We'll try again tomorrow.
You look mad.
I'm so upset about this.
I can tell that's why you're turning away from Facebook Live. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're upset.
Don't
Yes.
look at me. Don't look at me. Whoever called in and said ketchup or we saved your life with ketchup, maybe try again tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But
Did you say one of those was Patricia Baldwin that called?
No, Patricia Baldwin got it right on
Facebook Live. Okay.
So consolation prize to Patricia Baldwin. She gets to have bragging rights.
Absolutely.
She gets to have nothing. That's true.
Aww.
All right, that was your genuine RV power trivia. It's a mess. It's my first day back, though. What can I say?
Yeah, I think it went all right.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's time for the news, everybody. Brought to you by Sevier County Farm Bureau Insurance and Teeter Motor Company.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is Kdqn, Kdqn, Ashdown, Dirks. Local news this hour is presented by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter. And by Sevier County Farm Bureau Insurance, providing competitive rates and prompt, friendly service to meet your auto, homeowners, life, and other insurance needs.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey. In our first story of the news hour, 9th West Judicial District Prosecutor Jana Bradford has been named as a defendant in an amended civil lawsuit in connection with her uncle, Barry Walker, who was convicted on dozens of charges involving child exploitation. Bradford is being sued in her individual capacity and not as the prosecuting attorney. 58-year-old Barry Walker was convicted in October of last year of raping more than 30 prepubescent girls over the span of 2 decades. During that time, Bradford served as a deputy prosecutor and was a mandated reporter of child maltreatment. The lawsuit alleges that Bradford had knowledge of Walker's behavior and, quote, never took any steps to protect other prepubescent females from Walker, end quote. The suit claims Bradford took many steps to protect her uncle. According to the lawsuit, Bradford attempted to have Walker removed from the sex offenders registry in 2018, and she attempted to have him pardoned in 2004. According to the lawsuit, Bradford and other relatives, quote, worked collectively to develop a strategy to protect Walker with respect to the investigations because they knew a negative finding could harm the family's reputation and political interests, end quote. Currently, 6 individuals and 2 Walker-owned businesses have been named as defendants. A total of 11 defendants are named in the lawsuit. The complaint is 164 pages in length and includes numerous transcribed discussions between Walker and his brother, who is among the defendants. The plaintiffs are being represented by the Texarkana-based Mercy Carter law firm. Bradford won an election in 2022 for District Prosecutor of Sevier, Howard, Pike, and Little River counties. Barry Walker was convicted in October of several dozen counts ranging from rape to computer child exploitation and producing illicit material involving a child. He was sentenced to a total of 18 life sentences in Pike County. In our next story, the Horatio School District will have a new superintendent beginning with the next school year, but she is sure to be a familiar face to the Lions community. District officials announced Monday that Gayla Youngblood will serve as the next superintendent of Horatio Public Schools effective July 1st of this year. A native of both Polk and Sevier counties, Youngblood has been with the Horatio School District for the past 13 years. She brings a total of 29 years of education to the position. She serves students at the elementary, middle, and high school settings in various positions. In addition to working in a classroom setting, she has served as a literary coach, assistant principal, and as a principal. Youngblood graduated from Henderson State University and Texas A&M Texarkana. She currently serves on the Sevier County Medical Center Foundation Board and is a member of the Wicks Nazarene Church. She's the mother of 2 children, Paige and Ben. Youngblood is also the recipient of numerous education awards. In 2004, she was named Kdqn Elementary School's Teacher of the Year from over 200 candidates and was selected as a top 20 finalist for the Governor's Task Force on the Common Core. She was also a co-recipient on behalf of Kdqn Elementary School in 2012 for the Dispelling the Myth Award presented by the Education Trust in Washington, D.C. This award was given as a national recognition for excellence in closing the gap for minority and disadvantaged students in America. She is also presented at a state level to educators and Arkansas Department of Education officials at the ADE Summit and has served as a School of Innovation Review Committee member. In a press release, the district stated that Youngblood understands the unique challenges that students, teachers, and administrators face at each level. The Horatio School Board stated that it welcomes Miss Gayla Youngblood as superintendent of Horatio Public Schools for the 2023 through 2024 school year and proudly celebrates her dedication and commitment to Horatio students, staff, and the community. Youngblood will take over from Zane Vanderpool, who has served as the superintendent of Horatio Public Schools since 2020. We'll be back with more local news following this break and these words from our sponsors.
Local farmers support our community, which is why Farm Bureau Insurance supports farmers with Ag Promise, a truly comprehensive policy that protects everything farmers rely on. It's affordable and backed by fast, friendly service. We promise.
In Sevier County, call Farm Bureau Insurance at 584-3911 and ask Alan Stark, Lee Hammond, Stacy Janes, or Michael Collins about protecting your agribusiness.
If you're hearing this, you're behind the wheel, think you do need something new. Teeter Motors will make a deal and they take your trade in too.
Hey y'all, it's Ashley. Normally this would be Shannon telling you about a huge sale, or no payments for 30 days, or a cashback incentive. But Shannon is so busy putting folks behind the wheel of their dream car that he doesn't even have the time to record his own commercial. If he was here, he would make sure you knew Teeter Motor Company in Mena has the largest selection of program cars, the best customer service, and the most financing options in the area. So stop by and see Shannon and let Teeter Motor Company of Mena make you a deal.
And we're back with Kdqn News. The Sevier County Medical Center is one step closer to securing a $4.5 million loan to help it cover operating expenses in the months ahead. On Monday, members of the Quorum Court and hospital officials hosted a public hearing to allow comments from the community regarding the loan application. The hearing was necessary under state law as part of the process regulating when government-owned entities apply for a loan, in the hospital's case called a bond. Sevier County Medical Center CEO Lori House said following the public hearing on Monday, the county will now allow a 30-day public comment period before applying for the bond.
We have to go through certain processes and steps. We have to publish it in the paper. We have to allow folks to come in this morning if they have questions or, just want to know a little bit more. We were here to have this public hearing. Fortunately, it looks like our county knew and understood exactly, since we've been talking about this for the last couple of years, they knew this was coming. And so we were able to have this public hearing this morning. It went very well. There was no one here with questions. And so we'll have to wait another 30 days and then we'll be able to execute what they call, we call it a loan, but the state calls it a bond.
Hospital officials say this loan will allow the Sevier County Medical Center to cover its expenses until it can support itself through revenue from medical services. At a Quorum Court meeting held earlier this month, Sevier County Medical Center Board Chairman Dr. Steve Cole estimated the hospital had enough money to fund 4 months of operation. Farmers Bank and Trust is offering the $4.5 million line of credit to the hospital. The loan, officials said, would fund the hospital over the upcoming months until it is able to bill insurance and receive reimbursement for services through Medicare and Medicaid. Right now, the hospital is unable to bill these healthcare providers and is, in effect, providing medical services at little to no cost. House said the hospital is on its way to meeting the necessary requirements to be able to bill those insurance providers. In total, the hospital has treated nearly 400 patients in its emergency room alone over the first month of operation.
We have to meet certain standards before Medicare will come in and let us have a survey, and what they have to do is we have to have a minimum of 30 inpatient stays that average 2 days, and then our average census has to be around 2 also. So we are at 20 inpatient stays. We are averaging 2.45 days. Our census, though, is a little bit lower than what we need it to be right now, so we've got to get that census close. It's closer to 1 and it needs to be closer to 2. However, comparing ourselves with other hospitals that are opening around the country about the same size, we're actually a little bit ahead of the track. So we're very excited about that. We've been able to treat, as of midnight last night, just in the month of February, we've treated 395 patients in the emergency room, which is phenomenal. The way I look at it is all of these folks were going to be sick anyway, but I'm glad that they were able to have care right here at home instead of having to travel outside the county.
Hospital officials estimate it could take around 5 years before the hospital nears complete solvency and is able to meet expenses through its own revenue. They add that the best way for the public to help in this process is to use the hospital for their medical needs to ensure the hospital reaches its inpatient threshold as quickly as possible. And moving on to some local sports news, 3 of Legacy Academy's basketball players were selected as All-State players by the HCAA All-State teams. Seniors Ethan Gallagher and Dory Bartek and sophomore Oakley Lofton were each selected for the athletic honor. Each played in their respective All-State All-Star games on February 25th at Oklahoma Christian University, representing the school and Legacy Academy's 6th year of its basketball program. This is Ethan Gallagher's 4th year to be selected as an All-State player. This season, Gallagher scored 1,103 points, making him the highest scorer in the nation this season, according to MaxPreps.com. He has now scored a cumulative 2,867 points in his 4 years of high school basketball. This year, he averaged 34.5 points, 15.4 rebounds, 3.9 steals, 4.7 assists, and 1.2 blocks per game. Gallagher is an All-A student and served as the team's captain for the last 3 years. Senior Dory Bartek, in her final year of high school, has averaged 12 points a game for the Lady Warriors, along with 2 assists, 6.5 rebounds, and 2 steals. She has served as team captain for the Lady Warriors. Sophomore Oakley Lofton had a breakout season as well, having averaged 18 points a game, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. According to Max Preps, her total of 641 points were more than any other female athlete in the state of Arkansas. We'll wrap up the news hour with a story from our very own voice of the Panthers, Jim Cross, who recently interviewed his son and head Panthers baseball coach Austin Cross ahead of the team's first game today.
Panther fans, Jim Cross here with head baseball coach of the Ashdown Panthers, Austin Cross. Hey, Austin, talk about this is your first season, but talk about what a good job Coach Cross and Coach Shepard did developing this winning culture.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you saw Friday night, that was more to them than to me. It's hard to build a culture, in a few months, but you could tell the kids, they never flinched. Let these kids do what they do, and a lot of that goes to the Coach Cross from last year and Coach Shepard. I was blessed enough to play for them too, so I knew the program they ran.
Coach, what did you learn about your team on Friday night?
I knew we're talented. I knew we were going to be able to hit it. I knew we were going to be able to pitch it. But you never know until the lights come on and a little adversity hits you in the mouth. Real adversity, how your team's going to respond. We've tried to, in practice, make it competitive and different things to show them a little adversity.
Coach, who are some of the leaders of your team and what do they bring to the table?
Oh, yeah, I've already talked about Caleb Blankenship. He's kind of that just bulldog behind the dish. He doesn't really have to say much. You just have to watch him play. And you're like, he's blocking balls with no runners on. He's giving his all. Every time he comes to play, he has a chance to do what he did last at bat. Of course, Walt Jones at shortstop. But, it was cool about this team is, I think I got 10 or 12 leaders. Grayson Porter came in, did an awesome job. He was a big-time competitor.
Coach, has there been one guy that you knew was pretty good that maybe doesn't get all the headlines that surprised you and maybe brings a little bit more to the table than you initially thought?
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, which I knew how good he was. I knew how good he was as a kid and all that, but Gunnar Armbarmer had a big-time night Friday. He played really good. I absolutely love how Leland Garrett plays the game. I could put that kid, I think I could put him as assistant coach and he'd be good at it. He could play shortstop, he can play third, he can pitch, he'll play second. He can even catch a little. I had to put him in the outfield, but I know he could play it if he wants to. He had a hit by a pitch Friday night. One of those old school type baseball players that doesn't say much and just gets after you. Big fan of him, and he's the guy that maybe not going to have the big home run year, but I promise you he's going to be very valuable to the Ashdown Panthers.
Hey, Coach, appreciate your time. Hey, good luck this season.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Pops.
Thanks for that great interview, Jim. That's it for this news hour, but check out more local news, sports, and upcoming events online at kdqn.net. You can also keep up to date with us on Facebook. This is KDQN News.
Local news this hour has been presented by Sevier County Farm Bureau Insurance. See Alan Stark, Lee Hammond, Stacy Janes, or Michael Collins today for all your insurance needs. And by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter. For local news when you want it 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net. That's right. We are back live, KDQN 92.1 with the Morning Brew. We have some special studio guests, rather. We have EO here, Esteban Ochoa with Smartphone EMT, of course.
Good morning.
Good morning. And, sir, I do not know you. I did not introduce myself. And I can't shake your hand. I'm coming over a sickness. So it's always, if you can't shake somebody's hand, it's hard to introduce yourself. Then you're like, hey, I'm Tyler.
Well, I don't want to steal the thunder. I want to introduce this guy because I'm very excited. Justin Hinman, UA Cossatot head soccer coach, man. Just new to not new to Arkansas, but new to the area to start a brand new soccer program at UA Cossatot. Man, this is exciting as it gets. How you doing today, man?
Doing well. It's been a great welcoming, so I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, you said you met about 200 people now, so
at least I'm all these new faces and new names. I'm trying to place it all. It's all getting going.
Well, man, just if you would talk a little bit about where you're coming from, what you're bringing here, because I've been talking to like Dr. Steve Cole, of course, Chancellor over there. Man, he's very excited about you. EO, super excited about you. Sounds like you're bringing a lot to a brand new program, and we were just talking a little bit. You seem really excited about a chance to kind of craft this on your own. So you take any of that where you like, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great foundation here. I know this community well, and this area has a lot of high level of soccer. I mean, going to Catholic, I played Kdqn every single year for preseason. I was always like, it's a really good team. Like, that's a high level. Like, I know we could do some work down there. And so I'm trying to get on the local scene and really just get the best players that I feel are fit for the system so we can have a successful fall, because I want to have a immediate success this fall so we can put on a show for the community, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, of course, with Leopard Soccer, such a fantastic program. I think 15 years now is its history. So not a very long history, but an excellent history. A lot of state championships, a lot of runner-ups. So a team that just came out of nowhere, and so it got to be a great pipeline from high school right to college here.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we're even working on, like, we want to have it like a whole entire system. So when like these little kids, they want to grow up, they go play for the Leopards, and then they come play for us afterwards. We want to get it to where they aspire to be Cossatot Colts. So
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's super cool.
And we see it's not every day that a sports program just gets to start from scratch. We see just north of us, Cossatot River School District's launching a brand new football and volleyball program, and they're starting at the Pee Wee level. You know, they're like, because they want to build that pipeline. So, what's that like for you? Is this your first time building your own soccer program, and any of the challenges you see with that?
Yeah, so before here, I was at National Park College in Hot Springs, and we were coming off of our inaugural season that fall. So have a little experience with like building up a new program, but I mean, this is my first time with fully getting to get my own players and really build it from the beginning. I mean, I'm really getting this ball rolling, getting the whole schedule built up, and I mean, I'm contacting coaches, agencies, players every single second of the day, just trying to get it working here so we can get the best level. So
awesome.
Yeah, definitely cool. I love the soccer program around here because it always gives us something we get to report on that's very, very positive and winning. And I always like to see a new coach who looks like you could just hop on the field and play yourself.
That's definitely.
Yeah, well, this is great. So when is this? I mean, like, I'm out of the loop. This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
So this fall, right? This is going to launch the season this fall, and
yeah, this fall I've gotten the schedule going. I have a couple of dates that we have all of our conference games set. Our first game is going to kick off. I'll hope to have the players up here early August, but our first game is August 11th at UA Rich Mountain. So, and then our first home game here, we're getting our field set up right now. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. We're getting our field set up at Samaritan. Our first home game is going to be August 18th. We're still getting all the timing and all that set, but I mean, yeah, we're gonna hopefully pull in the crowd this fall. So I'm getting as many home games as possible because I know the atmosphere is gonna be electric whenever we get it here.
Oh, man. Apart from getting a great winning team and doing something for the I mean, still technically kids over at even at UA Cossatot, that's great program for them. But then also bringing the crowds in, that get to enjoy our restaurants in our area and maybe stay the weekend or however it works. That's always great news. And then it's a great field over there. I can't wait to see it really, really, really set up.
We got the field man right here.
Not just that. There's few things in life that there's things that just go together. Mm-hmm. Batman and Robin. You know what I mean? Peanut butter and jelly. Mm-hmm. Sevier County Soccer and Justin Hinman.
Oh yeah.
This guy has brought it from day one. We've been working on this process to get this field here so that we could attract a gentleman like like Justin, and we're so happy to have him here. It's very few times that I feel like I'm gonna have to work even harder than somebody, but him coming in, it's made me want to go to another level myself. From day one, he's been, let's go, let's go, let's go, and I think we're going to feed off each other and really have something amazing here.
I was a little scared on Friday. He's like, I've finally met a guy that can keep up with me. I was like, I don't know, two of y'all running around like electrons all over the place.
And the cool thing about this is that, he has the same vision of all the people that have wanted this to come here, talking about from the ground up. Right now, a lot of these kids are playing on soccer teams that, they can't be showcased in Little Rock tournaments, Florida tournaments, even Dallas tournaments, things like that. He's going to help with that structure also. It's not just college. So these kids are going to have a lot more structure, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Right now, soccer seasons for high school is 3 months, and then the structure of that is gone.
Yeah.
Now we're going to add college to that, and on top of that, we're going to have teams as young as 5, 6.
You're building the whole culture.
The whole culture. So, man, we're just excited, and I can truly tell you that this young man, everything he said is true because I've witnessed it. And then on top of that, we were watching some video of him, and on top of everything, this guy's a team first guy. I've seen him get injured on the field, finish the game, not complain about it. Heard a story about his hand, a finger being broken, playing the full game because his team needed him and finishing. So this is what Sevier County has gotten. This is what the Costalk Colts has gotten. This is what this community has gotten. And when we started at the very beginning, we told him, come here, you won't have to do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have him answer that if he feels like he's ever had one day since he's been here that he's been alone.
Yeah. Hey, and the praise from the praiseworthy right there,
yeah.
man. That got me feel pretty good. So.
Oh yeah, I'm humble. I'm a very humble person, but EO's spot on with since day one. I've been getting texts, calls, just every single day. Like, what can we do to help? When's the program going to start? I can do this. I can do that. Let me know if you need help and all that. And the community has honestly been the best part. I've immediately felt welcome, and it already feels like family in this town. I can feel the sense of community since day one since I've been here. So
But you haven't been alone once?
My phone hasn't stopped ringing once. I'll tell you that, because I'm constantly getting these phone calls, and I won't even have them in my contacts. And I'm like, "Hello," and they're like, "Is this Justin Hinman?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Hey, we heard the soccer program's getting up and going. What can we do to help?" And I'm like, that's awesome.
What's your name? So, as important of building the program up, how about not advertising, but getting registration and all that? Like, when does that start? And do you have a plan for getting everybody wanting to participate?
Yeah. So we're currently getting the field set up and all that, but we plan on doing ID camps and all that, so the kids locally can come showcase their talent and really we don't want to give them the opportunity, because when I came here, I knew the community, and I knew that these kids have enough talent to play at the next level. It's more of they don't really have the opportunity to do so. And so being born and raised in Arkansas, I know how hard it is to be recruited in the state, and there's not really a lot of options. And so I think we're going to start doing ID camps to set up for these kids to have a chance to play here, or even build them connections. Because I know a lot of kids here have plenty of talent to play at the next level. It's just about the opportunity. So.
Sure, yeah, and showing them that route, because we've had some Steven Garcia, he went and played for Lyon, I believe, had a full-fledged scholarship to it. I did just want, before we trade mics again, I wanted to ask you real quick, though, something to weigh in on something that EO has brought up a lot, and that's building a soccer program. It's not just about what happens on the field. It's also off the field. It's about, helping young men, young women be leaders in their community. So I'd like to just get some thoughts from you on what you think this soccer program is going to bring, not just to the college, but for the community as a whole when it comes to something like that, offering our young folks something.
Yeah, I plan on having my players to be involved in the community daily, weekly. We're talking about having them go coach the little kids as well, because they can be mentors to these kids. You look up and you're like, they see the Costalk Colts, I want to be them. I want to grow up and be able to play for them or play with them. And so I'm really going to have we're going to do volunteering and fundraising and all that for the program. And I really do plan on having both men's and women's teams heavily involved in the community because I know it's all about the community. We're going to do as much as we can around here. So
love it.
I love that, man. Who's your favorite soccer player?
Of all time, it would be probably in terms of a goalkeeper, Iker Casillas.
Okay.
But a field player, Didier Drogba. So, but neither of them play anymore. But those are my all-time favorites.
The ones who inspired you a little bit.
Yes, Iker Casillas was my idol growing up. So I was watching him, his play style, and everything. And so,
Gotcha. Cool, man.
You had something. I kind of interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. This guy's a phenomenal goalkeeper. Like I said, I really didn't know what we were getting as a coach, as a soccer player. And at first, I was like, we're getting a keeper as a coach. But after watching how hard he works and stuff like that, I know he's going to translate that to our players. Also, it is a bonus, a huge bonus for any college to have a goalie coach, a keeper coach, on top of it, just a regular coach. We were talking about it, and he says, some colleges don't even have a keeper coach. You not only will have a keeper coach, you will have one of the best keeper coaches in this state. So it is phenomenal that this is getting going. And talking about help, the coach will be looking for sponsorships. Samaritan Fields will be looking for sponsorships. And the only thing I will tell you is just like anything else that we've done, talk soccer-wise, the people will see you out there.
Mm-hmm.
We will have that place packed once it gets going. And it's not something that's just going to be packed for college soccer. Like I said, we're going to have little kids out there. Eventually, we plan on having a women's league because we're going to spend just as much time and just as much effort developing the women's leagues as we are the men's leagues. Because I have a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do half for one. It's a full goal for both of them or nothing. And he's on the same page as that. But guys, we're so lucky to have him. And dude, the attitude he brings, I'm telling you, it's 7:15. I normally come at 8:15. I gave up an hour coming with this guy. So.
Well, right on, guys. I think that's probably a perfect place to leave it, man. This is very exciting. I can't wait to see more. Obviously, we need to get you guys back in and talk a little bit more about this in the future. And, and like I said, man, this is just exciting as it could be for the county. So, guys, appreciate y'all coming in. New coach, Justin Hinman, EO. Yep, you guys are the guys.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
No, seriously,
First day in, he showed up the field, immediately put him to work.
Yeah?
Remember that? Carrying 40-pound bags of lime.
Oh, man. All right, if he stayed through that, he's going to stay a while then. Right?
Stay a while.
Did you give him some beer or something?
No, I got him. I fed him the next day.
Oh, you
There
fed
you
him.
go. All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to pull a bit of an audible. What's more local than a new soccer program coming to the area? It's amazing. So we do, and it's close enough. We're going to transition this. That was your local lowdown. Okay. It's been brought to you by Redstone Heat and Air, serving Sevier County and the surrounding area with quality duct cleaning and HVAC services. Brought to you by Kdqn Motorsports, ATVs, mowers, trimmers, parts, service, and accessories. You name it, Freddie's got it, especially those zero-turn mowers. I'm talking Cub Cadet, X-Mark, Bad Boy, whatever you need. Mowing season is upon us. So go to Kdqn Motorsports, get your zero-turn mower today. And by Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, of course, we have Greg back over there at 990 Highway 70 East in Kdqn. It's still time, and there is still time, to get your income taxes and any kind of tax preparation for a business or an individual done over at Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services. It's time. We got to get into the weather. It's brought to you by First State Bank.
Looking for a bank that cares about you and your community? First State Bank is your community bank. We're involved in our community because that's important to us. That's what local businesses do, and we're a local business too. Visit us to see how you can join the First State Bank family today. You'll even get a free gift if you join, because that's local banking done right. Terms and conditions apply. First State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. Feel lots of $1 million bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
Number one country weather.
We're back. All right. Taking a look at the weather for today. Sunny with a high near 79. Light and variable winds coming from the southwest about 5 to 10 miles per hour this morning and afternoon. Tonight, we're going to see some increasing clouds with a low around 55. That's because tomorrow we do have a 70% chance of showers and possible thunderstorms. Some heavy rainfall amounts are possible as well. Mostly cloudy skies, a high near 72. Wednesday night, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 59. And Thursday does have a 90% chance of showers and thunderstorms as well as Thursday night. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday looking mostly clear and sunny with highs in the mid-60s. So
I'm talking about.
Yeah, should be a pretty nice weekend.
Get past this bad weather this week and look forward to a nice sunny weekend, man. I need it. I need it.
We've been getting dumped on, my friends. We've had 9.49 inches of rain this February, 13.27 inches this year already.
Wow.
That's pretty significant.
That's a wet month. And
absolutely.
Tomorrow it's going to rain.
Yep.
And it's the first, so we all know what that means.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Well, Patrick, first time talking to you since I've been back here.
Yeah,
on
I
the
guess
air,
I
on
guess
the
so.
airwaves.
Been a minute, huh?
Yeah. So we get to kind of share something together in that a sick baby at home, you're sick, and watching Dancing Fruit is not a combination that's like it's forever gonna haunt my dreams.
That fruit wasn't really dancing.
No, I guess not.
It was the fever.
Literally every spare second that I'm not on the radio, I'm counting back from 7. This stupid song, 7, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't even do it. I
I'm
can't even
glad
count back from 7.
the idea of putting something on TV for Mariah when we had COVID, because here's the thing, she got COVID. Obviously, you can't social distance the babies.
Yeah.
So then my wife and I catch COVID.
Yeah.
By the
Days
time,
later, by the way.
Days
Yeah.
later, by the time we're like in the middle, the 103-degree fever, and just not even there. The baby's totally fine.
Yeah.
And of course, family's a little limited around here. We didn't have anybody we could take the baby to, and plus, technically, she's still a little contagious, right? So we didn't want to put that on anybody else. So, but we never, I don't know why we never thought to put something on TV to help out a little bit.
Yeah.
We were literally just doing our best just to get in between naps,
Oh,
you know.
man.
But I'm glad now you saying that, I'm glad we didn't, because those like Hey Bear Dancing Fruit sensory videos, man, they're weird enough when you don't have a fever.
Yeah.
I could only imagine.
Yeah.
Right? And now she loves watching them from time to time. We use them, 10 minutes here, 10
Oh,
minutes
sure.
there to do some stuff. And I couldn't imagine having that fever flashback every time we do that.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with keeping a baby entertained at this age where he's still. I mean, he can roll over. He can't roll back.
Yeah,
I
can't
will
entertain himself too much, right?
No, he can't entertain himself. So after an hour, I am just spent of trying to make this baby happy, just dancing around, being a goof. And
Used
it
all
just-
your tricks.
Used all the tricks. He's knows them all now.
Yeah.
You know, imagine spending all day with a baby that can't do it. Like I just need a month or two when he can crawl. And
I think the sit up is going to be a big one.
Yeah.
That was for Mariah when she could just sit up there and then she could reach for things, play with things. She was having a great time. Now she doesn't even need mom or dad anymore.
Yeah.
She'd totally entertain herself all day long.
And I think that's probably going to be more intensive. Like you really got to keep an eye.
Sure.
But it's more rewarding, and it's probably a little bit like easier in a sense. What?
It's just really fun to watch y'all go through this.
I know, yeah.
Like caring for a thing.
And think you know what's going to happen.
I'll tell you what.
The only thing I know is that I'm wrong.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm excited for this phase to end and go into a phase where he can be an actual thing instead of just
not an infected ball of meat.
Yeah, not an
It'll
infected ball
get
of
there,
meat.
man.
That I'm sitting there just looking at him. He's looking at me. He's like, "Dude, you've got nothing for me." I'm like, "I know, man, but it's 6 hours until your bedtime. What do we gotta do?"
Yeah. It'll happen. It'll happen surely. Like I'll just say right now, Mariah's just a blast to be around, and it's almost I feel a little sad because she sometimes rather like play with her toys than me.
Yeah.
Well, we have the game where I throw her on the couch a bunch of times, countdown. We were doing it yesterday, and then she got bored. She didn't cry or nothing. She was just like she wasn't laughing anymore. And then I put her down. She instantly started playing. Turned her back to me. Which is like, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
But yesterday I did take her. I really let her crawl around in the yard for the first time.
Nice.
Now she's one. It was such a nice day yesterday. I had to do some work outside with the garden and stuff. And I was like, yeah, just come out there with me. You help out. And I just let her walk around the yard. And she was out there a good hour before she started eating dirt. And
Nice.
then I couldn't get her to stop eating the dirt. Every time I'd take my eyes off of her for a second, she had another piece of dirt she was trying to eat. So, I had to end that a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we put her in her little car, drove her around the yard. But she was. That's how a kid's supposed to be, though. She was covered in mud.
Yeah.
By the time I brought her inside, she was covered in from the inside of her mouth to her toes with mud.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm excited for that. I'm excited, but for now, it's like he's napping a lot, and I'm wondering if is he napping too much. I don't think that's possible for a baby, but it's basically two hours on, 2 hours off until bedtime. That's pretty much what he's doing. He's sleeping more than half the day away. Lazy.
Just remember that you worried about that at one time, because there'll be a day in the
Go
not
to
too
bed.
distant
Please
future
nap.
you'll be going, I wish he'd take a nap.
Oh, I am not complaining about that. I don't know what to do with them. So I'm like, okay, it's 30 minutes until your nap, dude.
So tell
Let's
Mariah,
get
it's
through
like,
this.
enjoy the naps while you can, because when you're my age, they are few and far between.
Yeah.
That little girl.
Yeah. It has been like, especially yesterday, he was a delight. So every time, literally, I got up with him at whatever, real early, and then he went back to bed for a little bit. Then we get up. It's like 7:30. Feed him. He's wanting to be in bed by 10. Put him down. And he's like getting upset. You put him down, just immediately conked out for 2 hours. Wake him up at 12. Feed him. Back to it. Like, again, 2 more hours, then he was out again. And then by the time 6:30 rolls around, which is a problem because it's a little late. Or it's a little early for him to be going to bed right now, because by 6:30 he is just could put me to sleep. That's what he's saying. But I'm rationalizing it by saying in a week or two, it'll be 7:30 at that time.
Yeah.
With springing forward in a week
great.
or two.
I remember when fall back happened, we had to like prepare like a week
Mhm.
for it, to get the baby on the right schedule.
Yeah.
We were like adjusting the bedtime by like 10 minutes every day. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm worried about right now is having 2 women in my house and the games that are going to be played at my expense.
Oh, for sure.
I noticed it yesterday. Mariah and I, we had such a great time. A couple hours before Mom got home. Mama gets home. As soon as baby sees Mama, she starts crying and throwing a little fit, just like pretending like it's just been an awful time with me and her. I've just been spanking her the whole time and ignoring her, not doing anything with her.
Yeah.
And Caitlin's like, what's wrong with the baby? Why has she been crying? It's like she did not start until she heard your voice. Okay.
Yeah.
She's playing us is what she's doing.
Yeah. I just have a feeling Miles gets COVID, then I get COVID. Somehow Allie doesn't get it. She's getting it. I like today. I imagine coming home, she's gonna be. Yeah. So I just,
Well, you can pass it around a couple more times.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, just pass around the hot COVID.
Yeah. It's not like it's over.
No,
It could go on for a month.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah. Something
No matter-
to look forward to.
The lingering effects, I'll just say, I know I've talked about it before, but I feel like it took me like a solid, it was only a few days of actually being sick, but like a month of just feeling off.
Yeah.
Just weird. I don't know if depressed is the right, even, it just like I just wasn't interested in some of the things I needed to do, and heck, it was just a pain to go like water my garden and stuff. And,
I forgot I
don't know.
work in radio. That's what I forgot. Like I was dreaming that I was working in like an airline, like baggage claim or something. That's like a dream I had, fever dream.
Does anybody work at baggage
I
claim?
don't think so. Just me.
Not for
You
Delta.
just standing there
Yeah.
watching the bags come out.
Yeah, I want to be a luggage handler for Delta, if
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
The easiest job in the world.
Oh, we got to talk about Sam Brinton. Did you read
Yeah.
about his abuse allegations?
Oh,
and
yes. I
stuff?
told you some stuff like that was going to come up.
Yeah, for sure. So
it's not my fault. It's society.
Yeah, absolutely. So
and his family is just like, he had the best upbringing.
Yeah. I love that. Did you see the pictures that somebody shared? She's like a designer and had her bag
Yes.
stolen by him.
Yeah.
And these are like one of a kind, only one in the world dresses
Yeah.
that he's wearing down. Like, what were you thinking?
I know, and if I remember, if I remember her picture right, she is someone who's lives in the body of a larger person.
Yes,
and he's like a rail thin kind of guy.
Yeah,
So
he's swimming in that thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
My
With
gosh,
like a parachute on him.
Yeah. So enough about him, or whatever it is. I don't care. We're going to take a brief break, then we're getting into your birthday club, brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed.
It's always the right time deal. Hey, want to go to Mickey D's for lunch?
Ooh, let's go now.
But it's not lunchtime yet.
If we're going to McDonald's, it's always the right time.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. There's a deal for every lunch hour at McDonald's.
Buy one, get one for $1. Featuring a McDouble, hot and spicy McChicken, 4-piece McNuggets, and small fries. Price and participation may vary. Valid for product of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Classic Chevrolet is now open in their new location, 640 South Constitution Avenue in Ashdown.
Hi, I'm Chad Andrews. Put our customers first with our top-notch sales and service departments. We'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy ours. Stop by and see a great line of pre-owned cars and trucks, big boy lift trucks, or order a new vehicle conveniently online.
See the team at Classic Chevrolet, now open in their new location, 640 South Constitution Avenue in Ashdown.
Whatever you want to be, it helps to be well. An active, healthy lifestyle is key. We offer tips and support to quit smoking and address health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. It's never too late to make decisions to help you be healthier and to be the best version of you can be. Call 833-283-WELL. Be you, be well. This ad brought to you by your master tobacco settlement dollars at work.
You don't have to leave the area to get great eye care. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery performs no-stitch cataract surgery on an outpatient basis. Dr. Teed and his staff offer great follow-up service right here. Schedule an appointment in Kdqn today at 642-2525 or 1-800-264-EYES. That's 1-800-264-3937. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery.
Do. That's right, we're back. Time for the birthday club, brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed. 642-2190. Get those birthdays and anniversaries in.
Or 642-3637.
Or 898-3624. Greg, would you mind doing me a favor?
I will.
Grabbing that birthday
Nothing in
folder.
there.
There's nothing in there? All right, then.
That's a little lie, but hey, you know whose birthday it is today? Jason Aldean.
Hey,
45.
Jason Aldean.
Yep. Still sounds as good as ever.
Fair enough.
And Gilbert Godfrey. Oh, I didn't know he passed. Oh, yeah, I did.
He did.
Yeah,
I think last year.
Yeah. Kind of last few years, he was just kind of making money off Cameo, I guess.
Yeah.
Or trying to.
Yeah.
It's also Lunar Eclipse's birthday.
Who dat?
I don't know.
No,
I like Adam MacArthur.
This is all nonsense.
Number 4.
Yeah, this is. I have no idea who any of these people are. So
Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
He plays for the Dallas Mavericks.
That's right.
He's a good basketball player.
There you go.
There was somebody else on there that I really, really wanted to mention.
642-2190. If we don't get any in right away, we'll probably cut this off, make it a shorter one.
No, we're going to make it longer.
No, I don't.
Yeah, we're going to go longer. We're going to go till somebody calls in a birthday. If it lasts for the entire show, we're going to stay on the birthday club until somebody calls in a birthday.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Let's check the Facebook. Maybe something came through on there.
This day in history, not terribly exciting. 1993, you know what happened? The Waco compound was raided. Yep.
Well, in 1982, the final episode of MASH aired.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think it was 1982.
I've seen that. That's a tough episode.
It is
that
a tough.
Very
83, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, 83.
I
Okay.
said the wrong year.
Yeah, it was a two-part, right? I think.
No, it was 2 hours.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was like movie length.
Yeah, it was long.
Man, that's a hard one to watch. Yes, it was.
All right, Megan Jones on our birthday or on our Facebook page says, "Happy birthday to my Aunt Pam. She was born on February 29th."
Hey,
so there you go.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to the new year.
Yeah,
leap year babies.
Leap year babies.
3 more years you have a birthday, right?
No,
next year.
Next year.
Yeah, next year you get a birthday.
It goes with presidential elections.
Oh yeah, that works out. Good morning, Jacob Taylor on Facebook.
Hey,
Live.
Jacob Taylor.
Jacob
Look,
Taylor.
Yeah. Let us know your
Jonathan
shout-outs.
Lindsay's birthday.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
From Kdqn Schools. Yeah. Coach Lindsay.
Used to be.
Yeah. Oh,
now,
yeah.
Now he's an administrator.
That's right. Yeah.
An administrator.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's Administrator
he straightens
Lindsay.
it,
Okay.
Happy birthday, Jonathan. He's a girl dad too.
Yep. Hey, he's got a great one. Hey,
He's got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
So he's got the same issue you're talking about.
Yeah.
That I had.
Yeah, that you had, and I want to give another shout out to my babysitter Kennedy. We were talking about her again last night, and of course gave her a shout on the radio yesterday. But it's like Caitlin said, is that she treats Mariah like she's a member of the Helms family.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
That's you couldn't ask for better out of a babysitter.
Good morning, Kimberly Ayers on Facebook Live. Today's National Day. It's National Public Sleeping Day.
Yep.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nope.
And I was reading, I tried to look up a few things about it, and there's been other cities, bigger cities, that ban public sleeping because
it's kind of a homeless
it's a homeless
problem,
thing.
yeah.
So there's a lot of millennials going out and sleeping in public as protest, which I think is kind of a perfect representation of our generation.
Yeah.
That's their protest, is sleeping.
Yep. Mahatma went on hunger strike.
Yeah.
You know, other ones did other things, protest for days in front of the White House to end the Iraq War or whatever.
Yep.
You know, let's just take a nap.
We'll
That's
just
how
take
I
a nap.
protest.
Yeah. I've got here how to sleep safely in public. Some steps. So
don't have anything on you.
Yeah. Number 1 is dress with plenty of layers. As you'll notice, many homeless people have more than one coat.
Yeah.
So they got a couple coats, and I don't know, whatever you can do out there, gather some trash for warmth and stuff it in there for a little insulation. So temperatures can fluctuate a lot through the night, so dressing in extra layers is the easiest, quickest way to rest comfortably.
Oh, this is like sleep overnight outside?
Yes.
In February.
Yeah. This is pick a public, well-lit spot. Dark crevices make you a prime target for thieves. So don't go.
It's the whole actual guide. Illustrated.
Yeah,
this is an
absolutely.
illustrated guide. Wow.
Instead, scope out a well-lit, well-trafficked spot so you're in everybody's way.
So there's a lot of noise and a lot of light, so you can't sleep anyway.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine sleeping in public, like waking up and there's people just looking at you?
Go
That's
to
a
Walmart.
nightmare.
Go to a furniture store, all night furniture store,
Yeah.
and get in a recliner.
I swear I saw somebody sleeping and driving one of those buggies at Walmart. Like in
At the same
buggy
time?
with the cart, and they're just like whiskey throttling it through there. Like,
Okay. Wow.
yeah.
I've seen Mariah in her jumper jumping while she's asleep.
Yeah.
Like head down, drool coming out of her mouth,
Yeah.
and still just going through the motions.
Yeah. This one's call a hotline for help, 211, to see if there's a shelter near you. That's actually a fine tip.
Or go home.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Protect your belongings with a lock or a sharp stick, and rest your head on a makeshift pillow. So use your other coat.
Used to be able to just go to an airport and sleep in there. Pre 9/11.
Yeah.
I've heard people say, like, you know, if they had they were going to be somewhere. Actually, a friend of mine told him, said he went to a WWF competition, or it's E now, right?
Mm-hmm.
WWE competition out of town. Didn't have the money to get a hotel, so he just went to the airport. He and his buddies just went to the airport and slept there that
Nice.
night. They said they actually got to see the wrestlers leave that night and got to see like The Rock and China, the whole entourages and stuff, get on their planes and leave. But of course, now after 9/11, you got to have a ticket before you can get into that part of the airport.
Or just sleep on the outside.
Yeah.
That's why it works too. Dallas Airport.
Inside or outside.
Yeah.
Not good.
K. Farrow Smart says, happy birthday, Sandy Taylor. And Margaret Hicks says, happy anniversary, Jimmy and Dee Allen, 25 years.
Wow.
Make sure to get those written down and into the drawing.
You know who else's birthday it is?
Who dat?
Jay Litchford.
Jay Litchford.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He didn't even call in his own
Yeah.
birthday?
No, I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah.
I thought he would have called his own birthday in.
642-2190.
I'm a little bit upset
Jay.
with him. We're going to keep talking about him till he calls in. He'll call in.
Come on.
Yeah, I can't believe that. You know, we talked about one thing. He stopped in one day.
Yeah.
And now you want him to call his own birthday in?
You know, he definitely took his birthday off like 3 months ago. He was like, I'm taking my birthday off. And everybody was like, see, I'm just trying to provoke him to call now.
Yeah, I know.
Because he definitely doesn't talk like that.
No.
In fact, he could talk at the other end of the station and the mics will pick it up.
That's
just fine.
right.
Why isn't he in radio?
I don't know. Because he's got more important things to do.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
Fighting a blaze.
That's right.
You know?
He's trying to help the world.
Yeah.
What? Instead of destroy it.
Yeah.
I'm checking my Facebook page here to see if I'm missing any other birthdays, and mine is coming up next month. Facebook is suggesting that I give them money for my birthday, that I host a fundraiser through Facebook on my Facebook page for
them?
my birthday. It says you can do it for the American Heart Association.
I did that last year.
The American Foundation, St. Jude's, stuff like that. Is that money even going? Or is
I
that
did
going,
it for
it's
the
going to
Human
marketing?
Fund.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, human fund.
I did not. I actually did it for the Sevier County Medical Center Foundation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did the money make it over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure did.
I just don't know. I just don't trust Facebook to run
It-
fundraisers
I mean,
for me.
I never had done it before, and I just tried it once, and worked out pretty well.
Every penny?
Yes.
They didn't shave off a little administrative cost or something?
Nope.
All right.
I got one right here.
Oh.
Birthday at the last minute. Happy birthday, Jay Litchford. We love you from Mom and Dad.
There you go.
A mere 37 is what it says here.
Yeah, he's a mere 37.
A mere 37.
So a mere's 37. How old is Jay?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. He's a mere.
So now now we know what his middle name is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Amir.
It's Amir.
Yeah, yeah. Amir's 37. So Amir Litchford, you're 37 today.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, happy birthday, Amir.
Yes. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back with the Brew Crew.
Pilgrim's Pride Kdqn Processing Plant has immediate openings for production workers. Both shifts, part-time and temporary positions also available with wages from $17.25 up to $21.95 per hour, as well as a $2 per hour attendance incentive. All new hires receive a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Applications available online at jobbite.com or at Pilgrim's Employment Office at 401 South 3rd Street in Kdqn, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Pilgrim's is an affirmative action, equal opportunity employer. Minorities and veterans are encouraged to apply.
Like excitement? There's lots of exciting things happening at Cossatot River School District. Under the district's vision of unity and growth, along with continual goals to bring new and evolving opportunities to both current and future students, our progress is unparalleled in our region. In addition to current programs and activities, students can look forward to football and volleyball programs coming next school year, with football practice starting this spring. For more info about these and other new programs, visit cossatot.us and select athletics.
Little River County residents, if you're looking for an old school, community-minded bank that's committed to hometown people and values, look no further than Horatio State Bank, with locations in Foreman and at 110 West Main in Ashdown. Stop by and meet the staff at Horatio State Bank's Ashdown location. You'll find friendly folks with deep roots in Ashdown and Little River County who are ready to assist you with all your banking needs. Horatio State Bank Ashdown branch, member FDIC.
Looks like someone's been shopping.
We just got back from the Salvation Army Family Store in downtown Kdqn.
Look, Daddy, I got toys and books.
I see.
And I picked up a steam mop and a few other things.
A few other things. Looks like you bought out the whole store.
At Salvation Army Family Store, if you bring 2 canned food items for their new food pantry, you get $1 off. And with their new pricing, $1 goes a long way.
Where are you going, Daddy?
I'm headed to Salvation Army Family Store.
Your local Salvation Army Family Stores at 223 West Stillwell Avenue in Kdqn, now open 10 to 4 Monday through Saturday.
Are you ready for fiber to the home internet service? 4 States Fiber is in the process of building a network to reach every Southwest Arkansas Electric Cooperative member, bringing 1 gig fiber internet service to homes and businesses with unlimited data, free installation, and no contracts. From high school sports to the Hogs to the pros, stay in the action as you stream your team to victory. Visit 4statesfiber.com and click on check availability for more information. 4 States Fiber, internet service you can be happy about.
Smiles of Arkansas is committed to providing quality dental care and oral health education to children and adults. At Smiles, patient trust, comfort, and satisfaction are among their top priorities. Smiles of Arkansas dental centers are staffed with highly skilled general dentists, hygienists, and friendly staff to offer you the quality dental care you need and deserve. Smiles accepts our kids and most other dental plans. Smiles of Arkansas Dental Center, located in the Cultural Awareness Center in downtown DeQueen. Call 642-SMILE. That's 642-7645.
All right, we are back live, KDQN 92.1, and I have to give a big shout out to Hochatown Rescue Center and Petting Zoo at 9177 US 259 in Hochatown. They have a domestic and exotic and farm animal rescue center with licensed wildlife rehabilitation personnel on site. So it's a great place for any adoptions of new members to your family, cats, dogs, rabbits, chickens. Open to the public 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. Great people over there, and they're always looking for volunteers. 12 years of age and older are always welcome. And when you adopt cats or dogs, you get great discounts for spay and neuter through the adoption program. So very cool, interactive, educational experience, hands-on, feed, pet, and cuddle a wide variety of barnyard, domestic, and exotic mammals, wildlife, birds, and reptiles. Pony rides as well. A great place to take the kids there. So check them out today. Hochatown Rescue Center and Petting Zoo, or this weekend if you got nothing going on. What's better than going on over to the Petting Zoo in Hochatown? We appreciate them a bunch. And of course, again, I will hit on that volunteers point. If you are looking to get some great volunteer hours, give them a call or just stop by. 9177 US 259 over in Hochatown. You can't miss it.
And you know, also today it's World Spay Day.
It is World Spay Day.
Yep.
So get that done.
Yep. So go out there and help them spay those chickens.
That's right.
Yeah, you can volunteer as long as you're over 12. They don't let 11-year-olds spay chickens.
Just take them to your house, Greg, because you are the residential expert on this.
Well, I will be glad to help them. I'm not sure I'm an expert on it. I just know that they do it there.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Go do it there. Hochatown Rescue Center in Petting Zoo. I got a ruling. I need a ruling over here. Alec Baldwin's case is he's being sued by 3 different people now.
Yeah.
Who were on set. Of course, this was a tragedy. I'm still not exactly sure what happened, but a loaded gun. He fired what was supposed to be a prop gun or a gun with blanks.
He
and
said
it
he was
ended up-
practicing, getting ready for the scene, right? Because the
He's
filming
actually
hadn't
saying
even
he
started.
never even pulled the trigger; that it just went off.
Apparently, from what I understand, he just randomly pointing at pulling the trigger at whoever was standing in front of him.
Pretty much. So there's 3.
Like if you give a little kid a gun,
Yeah.
And the only movie that I remember him having a gun in was The Edge.
Yep.
And he fell backwards into a
Yeah.
he was going to shoot somebody and he fell backwards into a pit trap. So that didn't work out well.
That's right. Well, of course, he accidentally shot and killed the director for the movie.
Yeah. Somebody else too, right? Yeah.
I think somebody else might have gotten wounded, but we've got 3 people who are now suing.
The people who are also part of the whole thing.
Well, here's what it is. All right. So the sound from the live discharge inside of the small church was deafening, causing plaintiffs to suffer blast injuries. So after the shooting, defendants offered no diagnostic services or any meaningful emotional or mental health services to plaintiffs. Despite this, plaintiffs have independently sought support in dealing with their injuries, which include, but are not limited to, insomnia, anxiety, depression, and symptoms of PTSD.
And they're not even saying it was watching somebody get shot in front of them.
No,
They're
it
saying
was
it's
the
from
blast.
The blast of the gun.
Yeah.
The sound.
The sound
concussion
gives them insomnia. It's definitely not them scrolling Instagram until late in the evening. Anxiety, depression. Listen, this was a tragedy, right? I mean, that's what you'd call, or does it take more than one to be a tragedy? I don't know. Whatever you call it. This is a bad thing happened, but I believe this is just. I can't help but think this.
Sounds like they're
just,
counting money back.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me, don't you think?
Yeah.
And also, who knows? They don't want to be associated with the guilty side of this whole thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
let's just do a little preemptive lawsuit to show, like, no, we were victims too in this whole thing. My ears rang.
And you know what the sad thing about that is? They'll get some money.
They're totally going to get some money.
Because the insurance companies will just settle with them rather than go to court.
And why not sue if you're going to do this and you're trying to come from the side of right of things, like, or the right side of things, like, okay, PTSD. It was very traumatic watching somebody be killed in front of me. That was horrible, and this and that.
But
no, they're
not
talking
that.
about the blast discharges. Their ears went beep for a second.
I mean, what are you doing working on it? Like I said, this is a money grubbing thing, obviously, because otherwise, what are you doing working on the set of a Western movie? You know what's synonymous with Western? 6 shooters. And even a blank is really loud.
It's very loud.
It reminds me, I forget, it was a WashPo or either a New York Times reporter who, after some shooting incident, was like, I'm going to go to a gun range and shoot an AR-15 to prove to everyone that it's an assault rifle. And he goes and shoots a couple of rounds through it, and then afterwards, right when he writes the story, says that he has PTSD from the experience because he said it kicked like a mule. Anybody who's ever shot an AR-15, I mean, that's there ain't no kick to him. I mean, a little bit obviously, but not like shooting a 3-inch Magnum out of a 12 gauge or a 30
rifle
or deer rifle. Yeah. But this guy, and he said he had PTSD from the sound. And the experience.
I feel like that had to have been, he was a plant from the right. There's no way somebody is that sensitive, man. I just can't. I can't imagine that in this country.
I can't believe it.
He was an actual reporter, and he wrote the whole story whining about how how demeaning to people who have actually had traumatic experiences. With lost family members, or I don't know, fought in Iraq or Afghanistan and had to see a lot of crazy stuff. You're a guy who just shot a couple of rounds on an AR-15, and it was the experience was so traumatic for you.
And let's not pretend here. You could take the most kind of liberal guy. He's doesn't like guns and this and that. You bring him down here, you get an AR-15 in his hands, and let him shoot a couple down the range. His face, he's going to be like, oh, this is so much fun.
Guess what he's going to go buy afterwards?
Yeah, there's not a single person in the world who can fire a gun down a range here in America and not be like, okay, that's a little guy. I can totally understand why everybody likes these a lot.
I watched. There's a cool series of documentaries done about Chinese Americans who live in Texas and who like there's one guy. He went from like a city of millions of people in China, immigrated to the United States. Now he's a cowboy. Like he literally,
he's a cowboy.
He because they still, they have to range cattle a long ways in certain parts of the Southwest. He's one of the I forget exactly what you would call a cowboy, right? I mean he
listened to Toby Keith.
That's
what he did.
And this guy is
like,
just
I'm gonna I should have been, and I'm going to be.
I'm gonna be a cowboy. So you got that guy, but then there's another guy. He was a business owner in China, moved here and started a couple of businesses. I think some restaurants, some other different businesses. But he's also like a gunsmith. And what the short video, I forget what the series is, but it's really cool. But this guy, huge collection of guns, likes to take all kinds of people out shooting. He's got his own range and he fixes guns for people and stuff. He says it was one of the things when he moved to America. He didn't know what to expect, but he was looking for freedom. He said there is, and to paraphrase him, he says there's nothing that epitomizes American freedom just quite like the Second Amendment and the right to firearm, right to own and shoot firearms. Kind of however you like.
Super powerful thing, and it's a lot of other countries. It's like I couldn't imagine even holding one. My government wouldn't let me.
I would like to say First Amendment's pretty good too.
Oh, the First Amendment's the best one.
It's the best one.
It's the best one. It's the one that
there
makes
to protect
you,
all the others.
Yeah, exactly. So that you can say the Second Amendment is great and not have to worry about it. So, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of other countries where you can just start busting rounds down range with no problem, and then take the gun home.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
It is funny, like when our stepdad comes down, of course, lives in Canada, never hears gunfire up there unless it's like crime going on, And then it was Christmas morning, hear a bunch of shooting. He's like, "What's going on?" It's like, "It's Christmas.
Yeah. It's
Christmas.
Red Dawn."
Yes.
Here comes the Russians.
Yeah.
Or the North Koreans.
Everybody got their new ARs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
And they got the batteries with their new toys too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, I think it's really cool that we get to do that.
Yeah. I'm not a gun nut at all, but throw one of my. I love shooting. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's a defining thing. So if
Yeah.
you're working on the set of a movie that's a Western movie
In America.
and there's a lot of shooting, and you're next to a gun that goes off, don't be suing about it. That's part of it.
And what's a blast injury? Okay, you don't get to listen. Guns
It's not
are
like
loud.
an artillery piece going off
Yeah.
that blows you off your feet or
Ear
anything.
concussion.
I get it. Guns are loud, but I stood next to a Cannibal Corpse live concert, big speaker blaring into my ear for hours.
Yeah.
All right, that's loud.
Hey,
All right?
Greg came up here with a stick shirt earlier, and I'm sure
Yeah.
you got that at a concert.
yeah.
And I bet, you probably lost more hearing from that
That's
than
right.
you did from shooting guns without
Yeah.
ear protection
Ever saw-
all your life.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
See Metallica?
Yeah.
That's way my blast injuries. I'm suing them.
Yeah.
Now, hey, when you stand in front of the speakers and you can actually feel
it.
in your heart.
Yeah.
Then you know it's loud.
I love that.
Yeah,
And the
that's
thing is,
right.
you should always shoot with ear protection. Let's just say that as a disclaimer. Okay,
Yep.
you should always shoot with ear protection. But the good thing about shooting without ear protection is after a few rounds, you don't hear nothing anyway.
Yeah. I do like the video games that represent that. There's certain video games where you bust off a few and it's just you don't hear nothing. I think that's a really realistic feature because whenever I've shot without any hearing aid, the first one hurts. The second one, not a big deal. And then after that,
There was a Call of Duty game where you were directing it. You were on foot and
Yeah.
you were directing a tank with a phone on the back of it.
Oh, yeah.
And so you would call the commander inside the tank off that phone attached to the tank and tell him like shoot at that thing, and it would blow you off your feet every time. You did. Get back up, get back on the phone. I thought that was a nice touch. Yeah.
I like those touches in video games. All right, we got to get in. We're way late. So here comes the news brought to you by Horatio State Bank and Moyer Equipment.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana. Local news this hour is presented by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. And by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Kdqn and Idabel, your Kubota dealer.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey. In our first story of the news hour, 9th West Judicial District Prosecutor Jana Bradford has been named as a defendant in an amended civil lawsuit in connection with her uncle, Barry Walker, who was convicted on dozens of charges involving child exploitation. Bradford is being sued in her individual capacity and not as the prosecuting attorney. 58-year-old Barry Walker was convicted in October of last year of raping more than 30 prepubescent girls over the span of 2 decades. During that time, Bradford served as a deputy prosecutor and was a mandated reporter of child maltreatment. The lawsuit alleges that Bradford had knowledge of Walker's behavior and, quote, never took any steps to protect other prepubescent females from Walker, end quote. The suit claims Bradford took many steps to protect her uncle. According to the lawsuit, Bradford attempted to have Walker removed from the sex offenders registry in 2018, and she attempted to have him pardoned in 2004. According to the lawsuit, Bradford and other relatives, quote, worked collectively to develop a strategy to protect Walker with respect to the investigations because they knew a negative finding could harm the family's reputation and political interests, end quote. Currently, 6 individuals and 2 Walker-owned businesses have been named as defendants. A total of 11 defendants are named in the lawsuit. The complaint is 164 pages in length and includes numerous transcribed discussions between Walker and his brother, who is among the defendants. The plaintiffs are being represented by the Texarkana-based Mercy Carter law firm. Bradford won an election in 2022 for District Prosecutor of Sevier, Howard, Pike, and Little River counties. Barry Walker was convicted in October of several dozen counts ranging from rape to computer child exploitation and producing illicit material involving a child. He was sentenced to a total of 18 life sentences in Pike County. In our next story, the Horatio School District will have a new superintendent beginning with the next school year, but she is sure to be a familiar face to the Lions community. District officials announced Monday that Gayla Youngblood will serve as the next superintendent of Horatio Public Schools effective July 1st of this year. A native of both Polk and Sevier counties, Youngblood has been with the Horatio School District for the past 13 years. She brings a total of 29 years of education to the position. She serves students at the elementary, middle, and high school settings in various positions. In addition to working in a classroom setting, she has served as a literary coach, assistant principal, and as a principal. Youngblood graduated from Henderson State University and Texas A&M Texarkana. She currently serves on the Sevier County Medical Center Foundation Board and is a member of the Wicks Nazarene Church. She's the mother of 2 children, Paige and Ben. Youngblood is also the recipient of numerous education awards. In 2004, she was named Kdqn Elementary School's Teacher of the Year from over 200 candidates and was selected as a top 20 finalist for the Governor's Task Force on the Common Core. She was also a co-recipient on behalf of Kdqn Elementary School in 2012 for the Dispelling the Myth Award presented by the Education Trust in Washington, D.C. This award was given as a national recognition for excellence in closing the gap for minority and disadvantaged students in America. She is also presented at a state level to educators and Arkansas Department of Education officials at the ADE Summit and has served as a School of Innovation Review Committee member. In a press release, the district stated that Youngblood understands the unique challenges that students, teachers, and administrators face at each level. The Horatio School Board stated that it welcomes Miss Gayla Youngblood as superintendent of Horatio Public Schools for the 2023 through 2024 school year and proudly celebrates her dedication and commitment to Horatio students, staff, and the community. Youngblood will take over from Zane Vanderpool, who has served as the superintendent of Horatio Public Schools since 2020. We'll be back with more local news following this break and these words from our sponsors.
Agriculture is more than a business. It's a way of life. My bank understands agriculture. They're local. They're here for the long haul. Agriculture is a business that varies like the weather. That's why I need a financial partner I can grow with, in good times and bad, whether or not.
Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
Kubota products provide the horsepower, versatility, and dependability to get the job done right. But that doesn't mean you can cut corners on your regular routine maintenance. Keep your equipment running smoothly by bringing your Kubota mower, subcompact tractor, or Hay Series tractors into More Your Equipment sales and rentals for a tune-up or oil change today. Call one of our experts for any questions about your Kubota products, or stop by More Your Equipment sales and rentals in Idabel or Kdqn to keep your Kubota running strong.
And we're back with Kdqn News. The Sevier County Medical Center is one step closer to securing a $4.5 million loan to help it cover operating expenses in the months ahead. On Monday, members of the Quorum Court and hospital officials hosted a public hearing to allow comments from the community regarding the loan application. The hearing was necessary under state law as part of the process regulating when government-owned entities apply for a loan, in the hospital's case called a bond. Sevier County Medical Center CEO Lori House said following the public hearing on Monday, the county will now allow a 30-day public comment period before applying for the bond.
We have to go through certain processes and steps. We have to publish it in the paper. We have to allow folks to come in this morning if they have questions or, just want to know a little bit more. We were here to have this public hearing. Fortunately, it looks like our county knew and understood exactly, since we've been talking about this for the last couple of years, they knew this was coming. And so we were able to have this public hearing this morning. It went very well. There was no one here with questions. And so we'll have to wait another 30 days, and then we'll be able to execute what they call, we call it a loan, but the state calls it a bond.
Hospital officials say this loan will allow the Sevier County Medical Center to cover its expenses until it can support itself through revenue from medical services. At a Quorum Court meeting held earlier this month, Sevier County Medical Center Board Chairman Dr. Steve Cole estimated the hospital had enough money to fund 4 months of operation. Farmers Bank and Trust is offering the $4.5 million line of credit to the hospital. The loan, officials said, would fund the hospital over the upcoming months until it is able to bill insurance and receive reimbursement for services through Medicare and Medicaid. Right now, the hospital is unable to bill these healthcare providers and is, in effect, providing medical services at little to no cost. House said the hospital is on its way to meeting the necessary requirements to be able to bill those insurance providers. In total, the hospital has treated nearly 400 patients in its emergency room alone over the first month of operation.
We have to meet certain standards before Medicare will come in and let us have a survey, and what they have to do is we have to have a minimum of 30 inpatient stays. that average 2 days, and then our average census has to be around 2 also. So we are at 20 inpatient stays. We are averaging 2.45 days. Our census, though, is a little bit lower than what we need it to be right now, so we've got to get that census close. It's closer to 1 and it needs to be closer to 2. However, comparing ourselves with other hospitals that are opening around the country about the same size, we're actually a little bit ahead of the track. So we're very excited about that. We've been able to treat, as of midnight last night, just in the month of February, we've treated 395 patients in the emergency room, which is phenomenal. The way I look at it is all of these folks were going to be sick anyway, but I'm glad that they were able to have care right here at home instead of having to travel outside the county.
Hospital officials estimate it could take around 5 years before the hospital nears complete solvency and is able to meet expenses through its own revenue. They add that the best way for the public to help in this process is to use the hospital for their medical needs to ensure the hospital reaches its inpatient threshold as quickly as possible. And moving on to some local sports news, 3 of Legacy Academy's basketball players were selected as All-State players by the HCAA All-State teams. Seniors Ethan Gallagher and Dory Bartek and sophomore Oakley Lofton were each selected for the athletic honor. Each played in their respective All-State All-Star games on February 25th at Oklahoma Christian University, representing the school and Legacy Academy's 6th year of its basketball program. This is Ethan Gallagher's 4th year to be selected as an All-State player. This season, Gallagher scored 1,103 points, making him the highest scorer in the nation this season, according to MaxPreps.com. He has now scored a cumulative 2,867 points in his 4 years of high school basketball. This year, he averaged 34.5 points, 15.4 rebounds, 3.9 steals, 4.7 assists, and 1.2 blocks per game. Gallagher is an All-A student and served as the team's captain for the last 3 years. Senior Dory Bartek, in her final year of high school, has averaged 12 points a game for the Lady Warriors, along with 2 assists, 6.5 rebounds, and 2 steals. She has served as team captain for the Lady Warriors. Sophomore Oakley Lofton had a breakout season as well, having averaged 18 points a game, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. According to Max Preps, her total of 641 points were more than any other female athlete in the state of Arkansas. We'll wrap up the news hour with a story from our very own voice of the Panthers, Jim Cross, who recently interviewed his son and head Panthers baseball coach Austin Cross ahead of the team's first game today.
Panther fans, Jim Cross here with head baseball coach of the Ashdown Panthers, Austin Cross. Hey, Austin, talk about, this is your first season, but talk about what a good job Coach Cross and Coach Shepard did developing this winning culture.
Yeah, I think what you saw Friday night, that was more to them than to me. It's hard to build a culture, in a few months, but you could tell the kids, they never flinched. Let these kids do what they do, and a lot of that goes to Coach Cross from last year and Coach Shepard. I was blessed enough to play for them too, so I knew the program they ran.
Coach, what did you learn about your team on Friday night?
I knew we're talented. I knew we were going to be able to hit it. I knew we were going to be able to pitch it. But you never know until the lights come on and a little adversity hits you in the mouth. Real adversity, how your team's going to respond. We've tried to, in practice, make it competitive and different things to show them a little adversity.
Coach, who are some of the leaders of your team and what do they bring to the table?
Oh, yeah, I've already talked about Caleb Blankenship. He's kind of that just bulldog behind the dish. He doesn't really have to say much. You just have to watch him play. And you're like, he's blocking balls with no runners on. He's giving his all. Every time he comes to plate, he has a chance to do what he did last at bat. Of course, Walt Jones at shortstop. But, what's cool about this team is, I think I got 10 or 12 leaders. Grayson Porter came in, did an awesome job. He was a big-time competitor.
Coach, has there been one guy that you knew was pretty good that maybe doesn't get all the headlines that surprised you and maybe brings a little bit more to the table than you initially thought?
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, which I knew how good he was. I knew how good he was as a kid and all that, but Gunnar Armbarmer had a big-time night Friday. He played really good. I absolutely love how Leland Garrett plays the game. I can put that kid I think I could put him as assistant coach and he'd be good at it. I mean, he could play shortstop, he can play third, he can pitch, he'll play second. He can even catch a little. I hadn't put him in the outfield, but I know he could play it if he wants to. He had a hit by a pitch Friday night. One of those old school type baseball players that doesn't say much and just gets after you. Big fan of him, yeah, and he's the guy that maybe not going to have the big home run year, but I promise you he's going to be very valuable to the Ashdown Panthers.
Hey, Coach, appreciate your time. Hey, good luck this season.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Pops.
Thanks for that great interview, Jim. That's it for this news hour, but check out more local news, sports, and upcoming events online at kdqn.net. You can also keep up to date with us on Facebook. This is KDQN News.
Local news this hour has been presented by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Kdqn and Idabel, your Kubota dealer. And by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
All right, we are back live, KDQN 92.1 with the 8 o'clock hour, the morning brew, of course. Jen in studio, Patrick in studio, Greg in the corner. He's in timeout. Yeah, we've got Jen's review of Rambo coming up soon. She's never seen it, so she watched First Blood. It's actually not called Rambo. It's called First Blood.
Yeah.
And then there's Rambo 2. They med a weird transition over to that. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts.
Second Blood, I guess.
No,
First Blood. Part 2.
Firster Blood. Yeah.
I'm also taking other suggestions as well. I know I mentioned it yesterday.
Under Siege?
But, yep, I got Under Siege, I got Cliffhanger, and there's one other one. Over the Top. My husband suggested that one to me.
Yeah, Over the Top.
Over the Top.
That's the arm wrestling one.
Yes.
With Sylvester Stallone?
That's correct.
Yeah, Over the Top.
All right.
I have here, while we got a little time, 4 outdated money tips that millennials are tired of hearing about.
Okay.
All right. So number 1 is get a second job. Sick of hearing about this. All right? Sick of it. When my parents went to college, tuition cost a banana, a quarter, and a handshake.
Okay.
No, it costs a little more than
It
that.
still costs money.
Yeah, but now in order to go to college at 17 or 18, you have to sign a binding piece of paper that says I'm good for 6 figures, or get it, or have the government take care of it for you. It's you know, whichever one.
Or I don't know, like go to a community college and then go to your state university.
Yeah.
You know, so that you can save a lot of money that way.
No
You can save a lot of money by waiting until you're 25, right?
Yeah.
Is it 25 when you're not relying on your parents' income anymore, and you get more grants and stuff?
Well, I think I've heard about that.
I say, but that's 7 years from being out of
It
high
is.
school. It'll
Your
never
chances
happen.
go down,
it's true.
exactly.
It pretty much, you'd be better off trying to win the lottery.
Yeah, good point.
The advice to get a second job falls on deaf ears when young people are fed up with how expensive it is and live. It's not like people in the other generation were like, yeah, I can't wait, my second job. Now all this extra income. Like, no, they were doing it because it was expensive and they needed to.
They have to. Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah. Number 2 on the list of advice that millennials hate hearing, stop eating out to save money. Stop going out to eat. So I hate that advice. I think older generations have peddled this advice that if you work your tush off, if all you do is the right things, you achieve the American dream. But the American dream has changed in the same vein as the advice to get a second job. Young people hate being told to stop eating out to save money. They prefer keeping a realistic amount of money set aside to eat out with their friends and simply enjoy their lives. Well, I don't think they're talking about eating out with friends on an occasion. They're talking about stop eating out every day. Stop going to Chipotle every day because you're nickel and diming yourself to the grave. I mean, it's,
and honestly, they're like, I've heard some serious health experts like say, if there's one thing if you ain't gonna exercise, you still drinking soda, you know, doing a lot of things you're not supposed to be doing. Just have like a home cooked meal every day.
Yeah.
Is so good for you.
Yeah. And if Chipotle is your big thing, their burrito bowl thing is like $11.
Yeah.
$11 in beans, rice, and the rest of it, you make it home. You can make yourself Chipotle all
$1.
week, and it tastes better. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Starbucks might fall in that too. Buying yourself a $11
That's so true.
venti whatever.
Yep, 100% sugar drink. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 3, stay loyal to your full job. They hate hearing this advice. Don't stay loyal to that. She says that you may be losing hundreds, if not thousands of dollars because they know you're not going to leave. You can only save as much as you earn, but you can always increase what you earn. That's true, but it's not like, is anybody? Yeah, that's nonsense right there. Yeah. And then number 4, they hate hearing that all debt is bad because, again, sometimes the government takes care of it for you.
Yeah.
This just sounds like a pity party.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're like a friend of mine who he got student loans and walked around with trash bags full of dollar bills.
Yeah.
After he cashed his student loans, and now the government's paying for it.
Yeah.
All those terrible financial decisions
Yeah.
he made when he got his student loans.
All worked out.
All taken care of now.
I love it. All right, let's do the weather, huh?
Yes.
Brought to you by Genuine RV and Power Sports. After the weather, we're going to take a break and into Jen's Rambo review.
Choose the option that best describes your lifestyle. Option A. Option B. Option C. Or all of the above. Whatever you're into, Genuine RV and Power Sports has it covered with a large selection of new and pre-owned RVs, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, golf carts, and more. With exceptional customer service and satisfaction. Genuine RV and Power Sports, 1300 Northeast Lincoln Road in Idabel.
Number 1 country weather.
Stop complaining at the very least. All right.
So weird
today,
me not doing the weather.
Oh,
Yeah,
you want to?
yeah.
Do it, man.
Can I?
Who's it brought to you by?
It's brought to you. This one is brought to you by Genuine RV and Power Sports. Love them. Went there recently and checked out some great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You should go too. But right now, actually, today would be a perfect day for it because get this, 79 is today's high. Gonna be nice and sunny. Just absolutely beautiful, calm wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. So just a perfect day. A low of just 55. But y'all enjoy it while you can because tomorrow 70% chance of showers, and we're gonna likely have some thunderstorms tomorrow night. That'll continue through Thursday night. We're seeing chances up to 90% right now, but you know what? We'll get that out of the way just in time for the weekend. I'm hoping looking pretty nice. We got highs in the 50s and 60s and lows in the mid 30s. It's going to warm up again next week. Get those 70s again. So all in all, we're looking. It's going to be a rough week, but a fantastic week.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks to the amazing Carolyn, we've had 9.49 inches of rain in February and 13.27 inches this year alone.
Yeah.
That seems pretty significant.
It
to me.
does.
Yeah.
You say our yearly average is in the 50s, so we're probably on track then.
Yeah, I would say. I don't even know what's going to happen in March, man.
Oh,
March is going to
absolutely.
be insane. The wind's going to blow, says
Winds
Greg
in the
March.
east,
Yeah.
like something's a brewing.
There you go.
Is that Wizard Oz?
No, Mary Poppins.
Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
close.
Well, I know
Close.
that Severe Weather Awareness Week is going to be coming up probably in the next week or two, and I'm going to be all over that for
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
as
Oh.
the news director. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
just to highlight, there's been actually some changes involving watches and warnings in recent years, so this is just a great time. As your certified NOAA weather station, we need to make sure we're keeping you up to date on all that good stuff.
Can I put through a suggestion? Jen, you had something real
I was
quick
going to say, we're not changing the EAS test, right?
Oh, no.
No.
Couldn't possibly.
Whoa.
Goodness gracious.
Scared me for a second.
Don't even talk about that. Yeah, careful.
keep that.
With this guy back.
Yeah.
We'll have a
No.
riot.
Calm down.
We'll have
Everybody.
a riot outside. Everybody with pitchforks and torches. Hey, where's our EAS test? Come on, dude.
Sorry.
That's tomorrow. All right.
What were you going to say?
Can we have a take a break from being aware week in this country? For goodness sake, man. Every week it's something we have to be aware of. Can't we do like the first week of July? So
Carefree week.
Independence
Just
Day,
nothing?
carefree week. Listen, don't worry about this and that. Stop being aware about this type of cancer or that type of cancer for just a week. We could just live free and be in carefree week.
Yeah, I
All
do
right?
like that idea.
I think we should do that because honestly, every day now is You know, people who lost their fingers in a mechanic accident Awareness Day. Oh, that's depressing too now. You know,
I slipped on a banana Awareness Day.
Yeah.
What is March?
Fell into a meat grinder month.
Oh,
It's like it's everything.
Hey,
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, now that is.
Be
I
aware.
want to be aware of that.
I
Yes.
do too.
Yeah.
I am aware.
Yeah,
all right.
true. Yeah.
The worst is when it's on the things that you know. It's like in the middle of the football game, everybody's got to stand up for,
Yeah.
something. It's like I'm trying to not think about that right now.
Yeah.
It should be December, the whole month of December. Should
Yeah,
just be
carefree.
Christmas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's not be aware of nothing.
I'll take your point. Like there's Cancer Awareness Month. I'm kind of aware of it every day.
Yeah.
We all have family members.
Yes.
And some of us will have that at some point.
Yeah.
So,
We're
I
not
get the
being
point you're
insensitive
making.
here. We're
Yeah.
saying let's just take at least one day, carefree day.
No, you're saying be aware of everything every day.
Exactly. Just look up from your phone. That's how you be aware. All right. Be
Yeah.
aware of things, of tires coming through the air at
Yeah.
you. Be aware of muggers.
That's
and,
one compilation of videos I wish
Yeah.
I'd never seen.
Yeah. Tires are evil.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
All right. We got to take a break. Then we're coming back with Jen's First Blood, the first Rambo review. I'm
Yes.
very excited for this. We'll be back.
When you're looking to buy a new car, truck, or SUV, or just need a quality repair shop for your existing one, James Hodge Dodge will definitely fulfill your needs. They pride themselves on being one of the outstanding dealerships in McCurtain County and for the surrounding area. Their entire team is fully committed to delivering on the Hodge promise. Great deals for both new and pre-owned vehicles and top customer satisfaction. And remember, free oil changes for life with the Hodge Auto Group. James Hodge Dodge, South Park Drive in Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
It's your wedding, so naturally you want everything to be perfect. The flowers, the dress, and most definitely the food. You want a delicious, appetizing display that everyone will enjoy, and a couple of bluebirds who pay attention to every detail. Sounds impossible, right? Not if your special day is catered by the Bluebirds at Gray's, who create exquisite, decorative charcuterie displays of USDA-approved meats, fruits, veggies, and a host of exotic and delicious foods with great attention to detail. See for yourself at Gray's by Bluebirds on Facebook.
Pilgrim's Pride Kdqn Processing Plant has immediate openings for production workers. Both shifts, part-time and temporary positions also available with wages from $17.25 up to $21.95 per hour, as well as a $2 per hour attendance incentive. All new hires receive a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Applications available online at jobbite.com or at Pilgrim's Employment Office at 401 South 3rd Street in Kdqn, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Pilgrim's is an affirmative action, equal opportunity employer. Minorities and veterans are encouraged to apply.
Looking for an unforgettable adventure? From talking parrots to miniature ponies and everything in between, Hochatown Rescue Center and Petting Zoo offers a hands-on, interactive experience with an array of barnyard, domestic, and exotic mammals, birds, and reptiles. Winter hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Admission is $12 for adults, $9 for children, and ages 2 and under are free. For directions and info, visit Hochatown Rescue Center and Petting Zoo on Facebook. Proceeds from your visit aid in providing food, shelter, and medicine for animals in need.
And we're back with the morning brew.
We are. So you watched First Blood yesterday upon
did.
me and Greg's recommendation.
Yes, I started half of it yesterday morning. I fell asleep. So it's nothing
So this
because
is-
of the movie.
here we
I was
go.
just a
We're-
little tired.
And let's just set it up again, because I think most people, they think of Rambo, they think of, he's getting POWs out of the jungles of
Right.
Vietnam. He's in Afghanistan, and then all the crazy. There's a couple others that are just outrageous.
Yeah.
But this one takes place in Washington State, so it's
Yes.
it's Rambo versus the Hope County Sheriff's Office.
Right. And I will tell you this, when I sat down to watch this movie, I thought it was Rocky. I got
Okay.
but I was like, wait, where's the boxing gloves and stuff? No,
Where's Adrian?
Yeah, exactly. So, so I guess I just jump into it. I'm just reading my notes on
What's,
it.
what's
Word
amazing
for
is,
word.
she watched this movie and she's got pages of notes on it.
I do.
It's like a book report.
Yeah.
I'll forget otherwise.
I know.
So first thing I wrote was Sylvester Stallone is looking like a snack.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
not a bad looking guy for that time. I wrote down Brian Dennehy. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I recognize him because he always plays the bad cops in movies.
Oh yeah.
And then I put.
He wasn't necessarily a bad cop in this movie.
Yeah,
He
at
was.
first, I didn't like him,
Yeah.
but towards the end, it was really I felt bad for him.
He's just he gets into the sunken cost fallacy. He's like, I can't give up at this
Yeah.
point. I have to win this battle.
He went too far deep in that,
Yeah.
and I still don't know if he survived at the end because he did get shot, like between the legs when Rambo.
He survived.
He
yes,
does. Okay.
Yeah. And that's that classic. When you're out for revenge, remember you got to dig 2 graves.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. The next thing I wrote was the fingerprint scene / temper tantrum was hilarious.
Yes.
It was like corralling a child to do something.
Yeah.
Like the way that he was acting, you know. I
But
guess
that was no excuse for what happened immediately afterwards.
No.
So he gets hosed down.
You just keep thinking of
right.
his butt cheeks, don't you?
No.
Oh, you missed that. Okay.
May,
all right.
no, I don't think I did. I guess it was just not that memorable to me.
Oh, all right.
First fight scene.
She's making that up.
First fight scene, 10 out of 10 for the flying kicks alone.
Oh, in the sheriff's office.
In the sheriff's
Yeah.
office, and he's like using like desks and stuff to kind of launch himself, and I thought that was pretty great. I did
Which,
get
of course,
a little,
in that scene, like they're gonna they're abusing him. It's
They
not
are.
quite torture, but they're like, let's shave this guy. And we're gonna dry shave him. You
Yeah.
know? And of course, he has a flashback because he was in a POW camp in Vietnam. He has a
Yes.
flashback and
it all breaks
loses
loose.
it. Yeah.
Here's my thing though, is that when he's out in the forest and he's talking to his old sergeant or whoever it was, he
Colonel
tells-
Troutman.
Yeah, he says, well, they drew first blood. They didn't though. They didn't actually draw blood on him.
I think it's just a saying. It's
Is
just,
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And plus,
Well,
it's the name of the movie. They had to put
yeah.
it somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yes.
I think he should have bled.
Yeah.
It'd been better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. If he'd had a little blood, a little trickle of blood,
yeah.
at least it would have been a true
He
statement.
bled plenty. He
No,
got
I'm talking about
pummeled the
first
whole-
blood.
Just like in the beginning, like you know, when they were knocking
got
him around or something.
pummeled in that
he
movie.
He did.
When
I
he
understand.
jumped off the cliff and had to catch onto that tree,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and that's the big argument that I've gotten into with people is like he doesn't, in my opinion, he does not kill a single person in this movie. He injures people pretty badly, but the guy in the helicopter. So if you don't remember, the guy in the helicopter, against his sheriff's orders, is firing at Rambo to kill. They want to capture him alive, obviously, and put him through the justice system. And this guy's just taking shots at Rambo. Rambo's got nowhere to run. What does he do? Picks up a rock, throws it at the helicopter, cracks the screen. The helicopter pilot, he's freaked out already. Now he briefly loses control of the helicopter, and the guy's not strapped in like he's supposed to be and falls out of the helicopter.
Yes.
And at that point, Rambo wants to surrender. He's like, okay, this has gone too far. I did not mean for this guy to fall out of the helicopter and die. So he says, all right, hey, I give up. And Teasel's deputy starts shooting at him again. And so he's like, all right, if that's how it's going to be, we're going to have a war out here in the woods.
Well, I mean, they just saw that guy laying there. They probably thought he had something to do with it, or I don't know. I don't remember if they saw this guy just fall from the helicopter.
I mean, they at least knew he didn't have a gun, you know?
I did write that quote from that deputy that was in the helicopter. If you don't fly this right, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
That guy was just I don't
That
like
guy
that.
He was bad.
Yeah. My fun fact about this movie is that where this was filmed, it was filmed in Hope, British Columbia, which is just outside Vancouver. I actually ate at a Chinese buffet in that town.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, I never got kicked out.
Beautiful town, huh?
It is very
You
beautiful.
didn't get, the sheriff didn't escort you out of town?
No,
You're not exactly a drifter.
No,
so.
I was with our innocent mother.
One thing that you may not point out is where some people are like, why? How could a sheriff of this county do this to what he knows is a Vietnam War vet? Well, we all know what Vietnam War vets experienced afterwards, and that was maybe even from folks, at least from things I read, they got a lot of shade from folks who fought in previous wars. And there's something if it's easy to miss, but on Sheriff Teasel's desk, or right behind his desk, is a Purple Heart. In a case, and also a couple of other medals that are correlated with the Korean War. So this is a guy who fought in the Korean War, the sheriff. So I don't know if he just dismissed Rambo because he was a Vietnam vet and said, "Oh well, hey, I fought my own war, you know."
Right.
And Purple Heart, he got one for obviously being injured in that war. So I don't know if that made him less sympathetic. You you would think maybe it would make him more, but again, it's two different wars, and I don't know if those two different generations. You know.
And I do get into that a little bit.
Okay.
With the generation differences there, because I think it's important. But my next note is this movie is just one long manhunt because a handsomely oiled veteran was walking through a town looking for a friend and food.
Yeah.
And it's utterly exhausting, which it is.
Yeah.
It is like they're climbing these literal mountains. They're scaling down and scaling up. And oh my gosh, I was like out of breath watching it.
And I think one of the things, it just talks about the entire Vietnam veteran when they came home, what they had to experience.
Absolutely.
And it just from everybody almost. And I think that's what that's about. Really.
Yes.
It's just that, you basically are misunderstood and mistreated.
That's the core of the story.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you, and I think that's what it was. It was a kind of a groundbreaking movie for that. I think where you think it's just going to be this action adventure. Now it's got like a really good story
It
to
does.
it. It's about how many of these guys were just so mistreated. He talks about that. Spot people would spit on him. Call them baby killers, and when this is a guy. Congressional Medal of Honor, obviously he was captured, served behind enemy lines. I always like this quote from Troutman. This is him and that's the colonel that Rambo was under, and he's telling Teasel just to call it off, let him go to the next county. I promise you, the next town he goes to, he'll surrender himself. Just let this thing die. And Teasel's like, no. He's like, this is we got to do something about this guy. And Troutman's little line here is like, you don't seem to want to accept the fact you're dealing with an expert in guerrilla warfare, with a man who's the best with guns, with knives, and his bare hands. A man who's been trained to ignore pain, ignore weather, to live off the land, to eat things that would make a billy goat puke. In Vietnam, his job was to dispose of enemy personnel, to kill, period. Win by attrition. Well, Rambo was the best.
Yes.
Richard Crenna is so good in that movie.
Yeah.
I liked when he said, when they thought he was dead in that mine. The colonel obviously knew he wasn't, but he said, well, great, now you're going to put on his tombstone in Arlington that he died because of vagrancy.
Yeah, in Jerkwater, USA.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great line.
Yeah.
Another one, he's like, Sheriff, you seem to think I'm here to save Rambo from you. Actually, I'm here to save you from Rambo.
Yeah. Next note is, oh no, Horatio Caine broke a leg.
Oh.
But obviously David Caruso.
Yeah.
Rambo.
Early, a very, very young David Caruso,
baby. Rambo setting up booby traps reminds me of Predator a little bit, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. Moving on. Oh, Rambo says they drew first blood. I disagree with that. And then I did write down something about, when older generations say their own never had mental problems like we do now, I'm going to remind them to watch First Blood.
Yeah, definitely.
Because all this movie is about is a man going through PTSD who had a psychotic breakdown. And it is horribly tragic. And it was just a different time back then. No, it's
deep.
It's deep. It's deep, and it's just like I don't know. For me, when I watched it, I didn't see some BA action fighter guy. I saw a guy with a serious mental problem who needed to be locked up in a psychiatric hospital.
That did everything that he possibly could have for his nation and just abandoned as soon as he comes back. And I just one more quick line I'm gonna throw out there is there's the captain of the state police who realizes that sheriff's department went too far with this guy, but getting in an argument here, and the sheriff, he says, whatever possessed God in heaven to make a man like Rambo? Troutman says, God didn't make Rambo, I made him.
That's great.
Got to wrap this up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And this was Jen's review, not yours,
I'm
Patrick.
sorry.
We talk all day about it.
It's one of my favorite movies.
I want to ask you. That's the main part. Is the crying scene? It's the best. It's amazing. I think. What do you think about
it? I
it?
really liked it. It was sad. I did start getting a little teary, but I realized I had to look away for a second, And I realized without looking at the subtitles, I could not understand a word he
Oh,
was
no.
saying.
Where is
Yeah,
everybody?
it was like, like I could hear English perfectly when I was reading the subtitles, and as soon as I turned my head, it was blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But it really...
He amps it up pretty good there.
Yeah, but it was really good. It was desperate, and it was tragic, and it's a real story that has happened to so many people and still happens to this day.
At the very least, that's how a man cries: is he
Yes.
spaz throws his gun and then like
After blowing up
slumps
the town.
after blowing up the town, and then said, "Where is everybody?"
And he made no
Blew 'em all
sense at times, right?
Yeah.
And I just like how the colonel just let him do that.
Yeah.
And then it was just a man who had a breakdown.
Absolutely.
It's very sad.
First blood.
Yep, First Blood. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yep, I actually really enjoyed it.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's more than I would give it.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't get that deeper level. I'm more like Tyler. I'm the. It just looks a bunch of blowing up stuff and him kicking butt.
Yeah, definitely.
Those scenes were cool.
The whole when he's in the mountain setting up the booby traps and
Yes.
stuff. That's pretty cool.
That was neat.
The
Yeah.
National Guard scenes are a nice little injection of humor in a very
Yeah.
serious story. If
The
you-
Weekend Warriors.
Yeah, one
Yes.
guy is like late. One of the National Guard soldiers is late. Yeah, and he's like, I had to close down the pharmacy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Gotta go back to work tomorrow. All right. Well, it is time for our heritage interview. I don't know if you want to say anything else about before
Yes.
we launch in.
Let's do it. Of course, we have been doing a series of Arkansas Department of Heritage tour through all the different things that they're involved with here in Arkansas. Just a great look of all the things that make Arkansas so special and unique. And following up on yesterday's interview, we're going to keep with the Black History Month themed interview. So here's one with some great guys over at the University of Arkansas of Pine Bluff.
And now, our tour through Arkansas heritage with your host, Patrick Massey.
In honor of February being Black History Month, we are diving into the history and heritage of one of Arkansas's historically black colleges and universities, also known as HBCUs. We are joined today by the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Mr. Elbert Bennett. It is fantastic to have you with us today.
Hey, thank you. Glad for inviting me.
No, thank you, sir. Well, let's just start off. Mr. Bennett, could you give us, let's just say, a brief historical overview of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, how it was founded, and why it's classified as an HBCU?
As we know, the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff was created by an act of the legislature in 1873, and it was a branch of Arkansas Industrial University, which is now the University of Arkansas. And originally, Branch Normal College, opened its doors on September the 27th, 1875. And as it's told, somewhere between 1873 and 1875, the furniture that was being shipped via the Arkansas River, the ship sank, and so did the furniture. So the opening of the institution was delayed a year or so. And it was opened in 1827 with Professor John C. Corbin in charge. And we had an enrollment of 7 students. And between the period of 1881 and 1894, the college conferred 10 degrees between that period. And then from 1894 to 1927, the college operated as a junior college. And of course, in 1927, the governor at that time, I can't think of his name, but appointed an independent board of trustees for the college. And then the legislature appropriated about $275,000 so that they could erect a new physical plant just outside the city limits of Pine Bluff, and that's sort of where we are now.
A humble but nonetheless strong foundation for UAPB. Now, just for a listener who maybe doesn't understand the concept or the idea a little bit, what specifically classifies UAPB as an HBCU?
Back during the time that in the 1872s, 1873s, you looked that you had Lincoln University and you had Alabama A&M College and you had Langston A&M College. This was right after the Civil War period. And during that time, we had what they call separate but equal. And if we're going to have a democracy, then you have to have a public that's knowledgeable. And so institutions were created for black individuals, for its black citizens.
Sure.
So institutions was created, and University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, then Branch Normal. And so our sole purpose were to educate the lesser classes of individuals.
What would you say sets the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff apart from all the other colleges, all the other universities that make up education here in Arkansas?
The thing that set UAPB apart, even from the other HBCUs in the state of Arkansas, we're the only state-supported HBCU. And in addition to that, we're the only 1890 land-grant institution in the state of Arkansas. So those two items alone set UAPB apart from the rest of those institutions.
Excellent. Well, a great recap of the history of UAPB, a little look at where it is right now. I just got to say thank you, Mr. Bennett, for sharing this story on the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, and you know, a little more generally too on the importance of historically black college and universities in our state. If you're looking for more information on Arkansas's historic institutions like UAPB and the unique heritage that they offer our state, please visit the Arkansas Heritage website at arkansasheritage.com. Again, Mr. Bennett, thank you. Cannot be more appreciative for you taking some time.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you for joining us through this tour of Arkansas Heritage.
Good news, lottery players. The Lotto jackpot is over $1.5 million. And it gets better. This jackpot can only be won in Arkansas. Match 6 on Wednesdays or Saturdays, and you could be the next Arkansas millionaire. Get your Lotto ticket at any Arkansas Scholarship Lottery retailer or on the Jackpocket app. Good luck, Lotto players. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Apply for an auto loan in minutes at RRCU. Great rates are a click away. Simply log on to rrcu.com. You'll drive happy with our great auto loans at RRCU. To apply for your auto loan, log on to rrcu.com. Annual percentage rate with approved credit. Rates and terms based on credit scores. Rates subject to change. Apply for your auto loan now at rrcu.com.
Whatever you want to be, it helps to be well. An active, healthy lifestyle is key. We offer tips and support to quit smoking and address health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. It's never too late to make decisions to help you be healthier and to be the best version of you can be. Call 833-283-WELL. Be you, be well. This ad brought to you by your master tobacco settlement dollars at work.
Southwest Arkansas Electric Cooperative. We're the people behind every light switched on for the baby's 2 a.m. feeding, the computer you start up to begin your business day, and we're always there, down the line, powering farms and industries somewhere across Southwest Arkansas. We're over 80 dedicated team members delivering more than just electricity. We deliver power generated reliably and safely for you and your family, now and in the future. We are Southwest Arkansas Electric Cooperative. Power and people.
Are you looking for a friendly and reliable bank? Turn to Idabel National Bank, where we offer an array of banking services for all your financial needs. Since 1921, Idabel National Bank has offered a variety of savings and checking accounts, financial planning, and lending services, including consumer, business, and home loans. Here at Idabel National Bank, we take pride in our customer service. So if you're looking for exceptional financial services, make sure to stop by Idabel National Bank on Southeast Washington Street in Idabel. Idabel National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, we are back live, KDQN 92.1 with the Morning Brew. We heard Jen's review of Rambo and then a Heritage interview, and we're pretty much done with the day now. But first, we do have to talk about some of the sports upcoming this week. Of course, tonight we do have the Ashdown Panthers opening up their baseball and
I'm
softball.
sorry.
Oh, there
I'm
it
like
is. Yay.
staring at it while you're looking for it.
No worries. So yeah, Ashdown Panthers open up their season of baseball against the Dragons at 5 o'clock. So you can listen live on KILX at 4:45. That's 102.1 The Good Path with the voice of the Panthers, Jim Cross, of course. But for you Razorbacks fans out there, the Razorbacks travel to Knoxville tonight to battle the Tennessee Volunteers at 8 o'clock. Well, they're volunteering for a butt whooping. Airtime with Chuck Barrett and Matt Zimmerman is 7:30 on your number one country, 92.1. So make sure you listen to that. It's going to be a good game. Thursday, Kdqn baseball teams open up their 8-team Leopard Invitational Tournament against the Waldron Bulldogs, weather permitting. Tomorrow, Thursday, is supposed to be pretty severe rain, so we'll see how that goes. Then we have a Leopard Invitational Tournament Friday, as well as an Ashdown Invitational Tournament as well. So we might spill over into Saturday with some of those games. Of course, the Arkansas Razorbacks hosting the Kentucky Wildcats in Fayetteville on Saturday at 12:30. So listen for that. That is your sports upcoming. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow and see how the game goes tonight, but I feel good about it myself. Yeah, and that little sports look at this week in sports is brought to you by Bailey Discount Building Supply, the only place to get your building materials in the area for a good price, for great customer service, help you load it and everything, whatever you need there. If they don't have it, they can get it in a timely manner. It's Bailey Discount Building Supply, 880 East Colin Ray Drive. Go there, do yourself a favor. Don't be going to those big box stores all hours away. You're not going to save any money. You're not going to get any help. It's not going to be quality materials. No popcorn.
No.
So come on, Bailey Discount Building Supply. Check them out on Facebook too. A great Facebook page with employee spotlights, new inventory, deals, giveaways, and more.
Shout out to Katie. Doing a great job with that Facebook
Absolutely. Doing a fantastic job. Bailey Discount DQ on Facebook. Go and give them a like and a follow. It goes a long way. Trust me. There you have it.
Bingo.
This is your Tuesday show. Pretty good for a Tuesday.
I would
Feels like
agree.
a Monday. Feels like I just went on like a co-vacation. I don't know what they
Yeah.
call it. COVID-cation.
Yeah.
Not exactly, a vacation per se, but yesterday was at least relaxing at some points. Miles doing a lot better, but now we'll see how today goes.
Yes.
So, yeah. The sickness that never ends.
He's going to do better.
Yeah, for sure. Apart from that, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. That sounds about right to me.
I need a few days to shake the cobwebs off, I think, and get these children's nursery rhymes out of my head.
Yeah, good luck with that. It's going to be the rest of your life.
Who took the cookie? Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah, quite a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that Coco Melon, Wheels on the Bus.
Yeah, that's
terrifying.
That's
to me.
nightmare. That's nightmare material right
Yeah,
there.
we didn't have cartoons like that when we were kids. Like,
No.
I just feel like they're really overstimulating. Like
Yeah.
all the colors and the textures
So
and
slow and weird.
I don't like it.
Yeah, we had Roadrunner.
Yeah.
We had Looney
fast.
Tunes. Yeah.
Yeah, good
Not-
stuff.
This one is, who took the cookie from the cookie jar? And they're just all staring into your soul, you know, while you're
You did
watching it. Yeah,
Getting
I
a
didn't.
whooping.
Bear did. Bear took the cookie from. God! Just go crazy and throw my M16 up there and cry up against my filing cabinet.
I
That's
would
what-
guarantee you it. Put money on it that shows like that have caused breakdowns.
Oh,
in
for
parents.
sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Throw the TV outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm hungry. I'll tell you that. That's
Ooh.
one thing I have not been able to satiate myself quite yet. So, well, Jen brought ribs.
Yeah.
One of those days.
For breakfast.
Yeah, eating ribs at 9 in
Yeah.
the morning. I can't not do that for the rest of my life now. I'm gonna have to eat some form of barbecue
I'm sure
by
they've got some
9:30.
ready at Pruitt's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
Bet
there.
ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get a barbecue sandwich from one of these places.
Mm.
Yeah.
I am hungry right now.
Yeah,
Me too.
And we did talk about Steven Seagal earlier today in the show. He has been honored by Putin.
I know.
They've bestowed him the Friendship Award.
Yeah.
So for
He's actually a Russian citizen.
yeah, for outstanding kind of like diplomatic relations, you know, he goes around and just karate chops anybody who disagrees that you know
That Putin's a great guy.
that Putin's a great guy.
Yeah.
In fact, he does a signature move you'll know this when you watch
Under Siege.
every movie he does this karate chop clothesline where your feet just like go out from under you, like nobody can withstand that.
Oh
you know,
my.
the force of the karate chop clothesline. It's like the best move. If there's anybody in the world that you really dislike and that you have, or if you've ever sat there like, you know, okay, I'm fighting muggers or something, like in your mind, daydreaming, that's my opening move every time is the karate chop clothesline. And then the rest of the guys back off, just like in the movies, like, hey man, we don't want any troubles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then the systematically break their
Very softly, right? Like he does.
And lay him down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Yeah.
That's going to do the show. Yeah. Break somebody on the knee. Yeah. I love that. Well, that's going to do it, my friends, for the Morning Brew. Of course, we got to get out of here. Time for your day's reminders. That's news, obituaries, and weather, plus a few words from some of our sponsors before we're out for good. So we appreciate everybody sponsoring and listening to the Morning Brew. Glad to be back for Patrick, our news
Glad you're
director.
back.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'm
Sorry, Patrick.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch those outros.
Yeah.
See how the show gets closed because I'm not good at it. I don't know how.
I think we did all right.
Yeah?
You did a great job.
All right, well
Yeah.
done.
Thanks.
I'll go back and watch.
Okay,
Again, for Patrick and Jen and Greg, I'm Tyler. I'm back. This is the Morning Brew Crew. God bless you. Have a great Tuesday.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texas.